Sydney, and welcome to Whole Lot of Vodka. In this episode, we discuss Hunter x Hunter Season 5, Part 2.
Spoiler alert, even though we've been talking about the season in 2 parts, we can still expect spoilers for the entire thing.
Alright, now let the Vodkaness begin.
Hey Vodka family, we're back with another episode of Hunter x Hunter, and our guest, Diamond, is also back.
Hello again.
Welcome.
Round of applause.
Thank you.
Just like in elementary school, right?
Tell everyone your name and one fun fact.
An icebreaker, stand up. Y'all know her. She was in the last episode, and she was in another episode before. We said that. Yeah.
Y'all know her by now.
Right. People, diamond people.
Yeah. So anyway, we're back with season 5.
Yes.
Part 2. Yes. Our boy Kite.
you
starting
just
off
right,
with it.
Right.
That's old business.
She said, my boy Kite. Dang, okay, just threw it out like that. We've already talked about Kite.
Yeah.
all sad and
It's
everything.
just a refresher.
It is, yes.
It's
That's where we left off in the last episode. Kite is in Pito's lap.
In pieces.
In pieces.
Not even pieces. We don't even see the body, just the head.
Just the head. Don't even know where the rest of him is at.
And somehow it comes all back together as a puppet.
So horrible. Like, they did him so dirty. For what?
Honestly.
For no reason.
So we also talked about the assassins, the apparent assassins that freaking
That we
go
had to
and
be
kill
so
her.
scared of.
Ooh.
That they were better than the Zoldycks.
And when I saw who it was, I was like, this loudmouth person? Knuckle and Shoot. I love Knuckle, actually. I will say, I like Knuckle. I did not like him at first because I thought that, like, he was picking on Gon a little bit more. It was, like, kind of helping, but it was kind of, like,
Antagonizing,
yeah. helping. And so I was like, I don't think I like this man. And he's loud. I'm loud, too, but still. He's just obnoxious. Like, come on, let's get this over with. Like, I want to kill you so I can go and be with Moral and shit and whatnot. And no, so at first I didn't like Knuckle. I didn't. I thought his ability was very interesting.
I didn't like him in the beginning for a different reason. He seemed like Aaron from Psyche, the punk.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm like, what is this?
With the
Why is this
pompadour.
stereotype?
Yes,
Yeah.
so, like, he's like a delinquent.
Yeah, but then he's just nothing like that at all. He just dresses like that
Right.
for no reason.
He's actually a sweetheart.
Good at math, not stupid.
Right, not stupid at all.
Clearly an accountant in a past life.
Yes.
Or something.
His ability was really cute, but it was very, very
Annoying.
Hard to understand.
Yeah.
I don't think it was annoying.
He just always had to explain so much.
Yeah.
Like,
that part was
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah. And it was the annoying, like, when you're trying to depend on it, it was annoying. Because it's like, okay. Like, when he was fighting Gon, it was, like, perfect. Because Gon was stupid.
It had
He
also had like a
math.
It was also had a loophole, which was really annoying. Like, a lot of the abilities that they had, it's really hard to find a loophole. His was very easy. All you had to do was run away. You get a certain distance, and it's crazy. It's so funny to see, like, Knuckles' face when he saw people running away. He was like, it's not gonna last. It's not gonna last. It'll come back up when they get closer, but, like, I can't really do shit about that until we get near them again. That's it. As opposed to, like, Kite's ability, it's like, it was annoying to him. It was a hindrance to him, not to the people he was killing, because it's like he doesn't know what he's gonna get. So, and then because it's on his hands, I don't think it really had, like, a huge way in on his ability to fight like APR was.
Yeah.
Is APR right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. It
was
was cute,
really,
though.
like,
it was cute.
Yeah, it was cute. It didn't really enhance his fighting. It
didn't.
Like, it wasn't, like, something that enhanced his ability, like
or enhanced his chances of
whatever.
winning.
Yeah,
I should
exactly.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish there was something that enhanced him, but, like, he was already buff as fuck. It's like, how can you make that even buffer?
Clearly, like, he's already really good. They even said, like, his only issue is that he's too nice.
Yeah.
Besides everything else, he's
Crying
perfect.
over the puppies and stuff.
Yeah.
That was when I started liking him. I'm like, oh,
No.
he's adorable.
And then there's Shoot. I still don't know how I feel about Shoot.
I feel like he's
eh.
unmemorable, because he doesn't do anything until, like, he's, like, dying fighting. And
Right.
I'm like, I don't really care at this point.
It honestly-
because
that-
we see more of Gon and Knuckle fighting, and then we only saw Killua and Shoot fight one time. And then the next time we see him fight is later on when they go to fight the ants.
Yeah. I didn't think that Shoot's fight with Killua was as like interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The interesting part was seeing Killua and how he reacts to the fact that he has like the needle in his forehead and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Not them fighting each other.
Right.
Yeah, not anything that's going on with Shoot.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
His little
thing just
phantom
wasn't
arms
interesting.
and hands and shit in the cage.
I mean, it was cool how he could like steal your
He
eye.
could steal
like,
your body
whatever.
parts, yeah.
His powers just kind of. Every time I see it,
It's
I'm
just
like,
odd. I just
this
don't
doesn't
get
feel
it.
very useful.
It
honestly.
doesn't
Yeah.
because it's only a certain. I can't remember how he could take. Does he have to touch
He has
you?
to touch you.
Yeah, like
Yeah. It's kind
there are some people that are really really fast, and you're not going to be able to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just kind of whatever.
Yeah.
And I guess
Yeah.
that's what they talk about with conjurers and specialists and stuff like that, where if you're this and they're this, it's not compatible, so you need to run because y'all can't fight because this person's gonna conquer you. Your ability does not do anything to them.
Right. Yeah.
So, in that fight worked perfectly, for him for Shoot. Because he actually got something out of Killua, his eyeball.
But that's literally only because Killua was going through stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if he wasn't,
Literally
Killua would
losing
have
it
taken him out like
internally.
nothing.
Yeah.
Our poor little baby Killua going through so much mental, internal conflict.
I
And
know.
whatnot.
You got Gon being a bad friend, family problems.
Right.
Got this whole
And
ant
he's
stuff.
trying to be a good friend, supporting his friend with his family problems.
Right.
Meanwhile, he got his own family problems, his brothers
Right.
in his head.
and nobody's helping.
No one.
No one.
Bisky was straight up like, don't talk to Gon ever again
Literally.
if you can't fix it. I'm like,
like, okay,
Damn.
what is this stipulation? And I'm
Right.
like, Killua, why would you follow this? You have literally no reason.
no
to do
reason
this.
to listen to her.
Were you happy that Bisky came back?
I mean,
Because I don't think that she
Happy.
played the huge role in it after
Really didn't.
when
No,
she came
I
back.
guess
It was just something to show her
better
face,
than-
I feel like.
Yeah, it was definitely better than just dealing with Palm the entire time.
Th-
Well,
yeah.
these characters that we don't know.
That is true.
I'm glad they didn't like make a new character.
Because
Yeah.
Palm was like, I was actually kind of scared of Palm. Palm was worried me a little bit because like I was like Palm's gonna kill them. I don't remember why she wanted to kill them, but
because she wanted to kill people and
that was it. I thought there was a motive though to it.
Well, no, because
I thought
she
she
was
had a motive
Mo's
to go.
apprentice. She also she was gonna
Oh, it's
go
'cause
if
she
Gon
wanted
and
to
Killua
go.
could have gone.
yeah,
She wanted to
she wanted to
go.
go fight and kill.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
And
Yeah.
because it was taking so long for her to be able to go kill, she's like, I'm gonna kill you.
But I just don't understand why they like left her back. They were
Because she also wasn't ready. I guess.
why didn't they make her fight somebody? She just
Right,
really like
she was in training. She was
Right.
just in the house in her little dark room, scratching shit up with her knife.
Yeah, I guess not. Because, like, no had a whole weird thing was like, oh, don't use your powers, your blood
Only
is
for me,
precious.
like-
And I was like, that's creepy, okay.
Wait, she said what?
He was like, your blood is precious, don't use it, only use it for me. Now,
Who
literally,
said that?
No
No.
one said that to her.
Because she's
That's
his,
right.
a student, and she's obsessed with him
Yeah,
for
she's
some
like
reason.
super whipped for him, which is confusing when I thought she was also super whipped for Gon.
Yeah.
But-
Both of them. I mean, she's
I
an
mean,
obsessive serial killer, let's not.
First of all, that's a child. But I mean, polygamy is a thing. It is a thing.
It is.
So they could be. I don't think that her being there, because at one point she really wasn't there. Bisky was. She was there, but she wasn't.
Yeah, she wasn't contributing.
She
No,
wasn't.
she really wasn't
there.
doing anything. She was just there. A
So
presence.
that's why I was just like, I really didn't need to see Bisky. I love Bisky, but I didn't really need to see you in this season, because you
all
were
she did was threaten Killua.
and also scared of Palm the entire time,
Yeah.
because Palm would be in the background and be like, "Are they done yet?" And she's like, "You guys better run. You guys better run."
I don't know. I feel like who else would have they gone? You know, like the master from the Heavens Arena. Like, imagine if he
Wing.
came back. Yeah, Wing. And he's like, okay, hi.
I mean, yeah,
yeah.
no,
and it's
not
like,
him.
what other mentor have they had? Really, no
Yeah.
one.
That's true.
That is understandable,
Yeah.
but still,
Yeah.
Bisky wasn't all that serious because they trained on their own anyway
Yeah.
Mhm.
and fought them anyway without her at all.
Yeah, she didn't even go watch.
Yeah. I mean, but that's
the
kind
middle
of
of the
how
night.
she was before in Greed Island. Like, she was like there because she had her rules and stipulations, but she was.
But you
mostly
actually
hands-on.
saw her train them though, as opposed to
Yeah.
this. She's like, "You guys need to train," and then literally never helped to do anything.
Well, when they were
Well,
training in the
I-
room, they were just working on like building their Eden,
Yeah.
right? Like to
Right.
get it like to reach further.
Mm.
And so like that's all they were doing. What is she supposed to do while they're doing that?
Yeah.
Exactly my point.
Yeah. So
No point of her being there.
I guess being there was just like the experience. They didn't really need like experience. They just needed to strengthen their net.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Literally.
But Gon sees Kite and actually believes that he's alive.
You know, I know you didn't see it, but for those of you who have, Gon is literally Norman. Like, he's literally Norman.
I was like, I haven't seen what? But now I know he's not.
Literally Norman Bates. Especially, like, this scene made it even more. Like, he's talking to Kite's dead body. Like, don't worry, we're gonna fix you. He's not there.
Right.
One eye is bulging out of his head.
Literally
like,
getting mutilated. He's over here.
Yeah.
Dude, Kite, please. You're in there, buddy. I know. Like, what? You're getting killed.
Mm-hmm.
Killed.
Do you not have eyes?
No, literally.
And a brain?
Yeah. Like, nobody else in the room, like, ever explicitly said it or thought it, but I feel like you could tell they're like, he's dead. I don't know what Gon's doing, but he's clearly not alive.
Yes.
Everybody else was able
Everybody
to
else
knew he was
knew.
dead.
Because
But
they
it was
saw
one of those
him.
things where, like, they see how he's acting, so it's like, do we tell him he's dead? Like, you
Right,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they
Anyway.
cut to them being like,
Yeah, because he's like, let
when
himself
did
get beat
when
up.
did we stop this? Because
Yeah.
he's not gonna stop punching him.
Right.
Yeah.
They're just like, let him work it out. Let him work it out. And that's when the craziness got even worse.
Worse,
Like it wasn't
yeah.
already bad before.
I mean, hunters are crazy. They're not worried about his mental health.
Okay, but
But-
Killua.
Oh yeah, Killua.
Killua is his
Killua
friend.
is worried about his own mental health.
I know.
He needs to be worried about his own mental health. He's always worried about Gon's.
I know,
For
right?
once, he's worried about himself.
Yeah.
Gon hasn't once been
Thank
Killua with
goodness.
his mental health.
No.
Right.
He got a friend who was tortured as a child.
He
He hasn't
literally-
once been like,
He literally
"Are
has
you
been
okay?"
I know, right?
He's
Oh,
literally
you're
been
toasted?
to
That's
his
cool.
house.
Anyways, mine issues.
He's literally been to his house and seen how fucked up his family is.
Exactly.
He's like, well, my dad's not here.
He hasn't once been like, are you okay? Do you need to talk?
Killua, I have it worse. My dad isn't here.
I know.
You've mentioned being electrocuted a lot. Like, this is the first
And your
time I've
brother,
heard you say it.
was literally torturing you.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be your mentor and love you, and he's over here zapping you.
The hunter exam, this weird thing happened. You like freaked out. I don't know,
Murdered
but
a guy.
you seem
Right.
literally.
And then walked out. Then nothing. Like what? Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I don't know why they did that. Honestly, because I guess they were trying to like kick him out of this whole like Kite's okay kind of funk, and it just made it worse. And I'm like, I probably wouldn't have done that. Because they were like, hey, we found him. Like, y'all, like, when y'all found him,
Oh yeah,
you knew
he was so happy.
you knew he was dead.
He was like, he's in
You
bad
could've just
condition. Yeah, you just said
told
he's
him.
dead. Sorry.
Or don't say anything at all.
Oh yeah,
It's not
don't
like
mention it.
Gon walked in and saw Kite.
Right.
Y'all called him and said, "Yo, we found homeboy Kite."
He's in bad condition though. Prepare yourself.
Right?
Yeah,
we
like,
had to
what?
hurt him like he's not dead. He's dead. What do you mean you had to hurt him?
Right? It literally
You
could have been
mutilated
like,
a corpse.
literally they could be like, did you find Kite? No, sorry.
Right.
Okay, he's still out there. Like that's just end
Right?
the
I would have
conversation.
rather him be like he's still out there than him see him.
Because it
and-
was him seeing him that then made him have this vengeance against Pito.
yeah.
This crazy vengeance that
Yeah.
like,
If
leads to what
he had
does
just
later.
known that, if he had
Vengeance.
just thought that he was dead and that was it, he would have still had vengeance.
It
for
wouldn't
Pito.
have been.
It
as
wouldn't have
bad
been as
as
bad.
drawn out because he
or
has
if
his
they didn't
vengeance.
tell him that
Yeah.
they found him, there would have been no vengeance.
Yeah,
I mean, no, it still would have
He
been
still
vengeance
would've,
because
like-
Ignorance is bliss. For
Because
this
she
little
but he
boy.
wouldn't have known what
It's
happened. He still
still-
would have been a bit hopeful.
I feel like it still would have been vengeance because he can't find him, and Pito knows where he is.
Yeah.
So I think that it still would have been some vengeance. It would have been a different level of vengeance.
Yeah,
Not
that
knowing.
definitely just like made it worse. Because again, he also thought he was alive.
Yeah.
And now he knows that Pito can heal. So it's like, oh, so I'm pissed, but you
Yeah.
can do something for me. This can be solved. Still hope when there isn't any hope. When he could have just known.
Did he
was
know
dead.
that Pito could heal by that time?
At this time, no. Like when he
Yeah,
when he
when
first
they
sees
find-
Kite, no.
Okay, I was gonna
But
say.
he assumes Pito can fix it. But then he finds
Why
out
does he? Why does he
because-
think that?
because it's Pito's puppet.
I mean-
so he just assumes.
But he didn't see the healing puppet before.
No,
Not the healing
It's just the
puppet.
regular puppet.
The regular puppet, like she has
Right.
a puppet that can like possess people's bodies.
But just
or
because you have that puppet doesn't mean that the fixing puppet can do anything.
Yeah, I mean,
He didn't
I'm
know
not saying
that.
it made sense. I'm just saying Gon knows Pito is puppeting Kite, and I guess he just
And-
jumped to the conclusion.
Well, he thought that
Pito
if he
can
just cut
fix
the
it.
strings,
Yeah,
he'll be
Yeah,
fine.
like
Okay,
something.
yeah,
he just
basically.
assumes. Yeah.
Yeah.
which, I mean, it's a good assumption to think, like, okay, just take the puppet off of his control and he'll be fine. But it's like, the way he looked, it's like, it didn't look normal.
Like I said, he had literally one eye completely bulging out of his
cuts,
head.
like, literally, it looked like Frankenstein.
Yeah, literally.
So it's just like
even the way his body was hanging, like, things ain't connected in the right places.
Right.
Yeah, no. Poor Gon.
Yeah, I
this
know.
12-year-old
going through it.
I know.
Yeah.
And then Poof and Yuppie are born. Ooh. Not the best.
They ain't got
ones.
nothing on Pito.
Ain't got shit on Pito. Oh
like,
my gosh.
Like, Pito's birth was dramatic, but like in a good way.
Yeah.
Poof
It should have.
Birth was dramatic just because Poof is dramatic. The whole violin and everything.
Like, everything about it is just like...
Yeah.
I felt that way about Poof. Everything that came out, I'm just like...
Literally.
Okay.
You're a butterfly. You're the most human. What's crazy to me is that they looked like Poof looked like that, but then the king looked the way the king did.
Right.
He looked like an ant.
He looked the most unevolved. It was like back to Colt when the king was born.
Yes, Poof looked like a human with butterfly wings. If I were to get the little butterfly wing straps that we used to have as children, I could put that on, and that's what I looked like with Poof, and put antlers, or not antlers, but antenna on. That's it. So why did we go back a step?
Yeah.
To the
but
king.
I mean, to be fair, Yuppie also didn't come out looking like a human.
Neither did Poof. I mean, Pito.
Pito
like
kinda...
Pito looked a little bit more like a human than Yuppie did and the king, but at the same time, it's still weird that it would have made more sense if what the king looked like is what Poof looked like, and then Poof looked like what the king should have looked like.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that you went Pito the cat, Poof the human, or was Yuppie first?
No, it was Poof.
Poof the human, Yuppie the centaur, and then that.
Yeah, that we're devolving. And it's like, where'd the humans go?
Yeah, you're supposed to be evolving. You evolved and devolved.
King is like a turtle ant thing.
A turtle ant scalpel.
Yeah,
little fucking tail was literally
tail.
That was the weirdest design ever.
Yeah,
that
I hated
cylinder
it.
and then this little
Needle.
Yeah,
needle.
I hated it.
Like, clearly,
And it would slice people's head off. How did that? It's a needle. How does it do that? It's a needle.
It doesn't make any sense. But clearly, when designing him, they didn't even think of any animal. They just said monster. And they call it
monster.
a
A turtle shell, and that's it.
It looks like an alien to me. I don't even understand.
Right?
He doesn't look like any
He looks
animal.
like.
Besides the turtle shell on his
He
head.
looks like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes,
and they actually were mutant and not just big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he looks like. And he's just a savage. He basically almost kills his mom. Doesn't give a fuck about her.
I mean, I think he basically tried to.
Yeah.
Oh, that was his purpose
he
in the
forced
womb?
his
He
way
forced
out.
his way out.
Oh, that is true.
He was
Yeah.
like, oh, let me wait because it'll hurt. You know, he said, nope, I'm done. Okay.
Nope, I'm done.
My time is here, thank
The
you.
fact that she was that big, like,
Yeah.
and with everybody else she wasn't, like, I know that he's supposed to be the king, he's supposed to be magnificent, but what the fuck does the size of your belly got to do with shit?
I don't know. That much power. I don't know.
Because, like, she's birthed full rhinoceroses. And this ant is probably like 5'6",
Yeah.
5'7". The rhino's like 10 foot.
Yeah, that's true.
Makes
Yeah.
no sense.
It really doesn't make sense. Like we said, like he devolved.
Yeah.
But he
Doesn't
was
make any sense.
unstoppable. Apparently.
Yeah, but anyway, he's born, and so the ants have a revolution.
Not even really a revolution.
It
They
was
just
that
leave.
was that made no sense to me because it's like, okay, y'all waited until the king was born to do this?
Well, no, because the thing was that the queen was dead. They were
Okay, but
supposedly serving, and I guess
But
they
he's
just
supposed to
didn't.
serve the king, though.
Yeah, I guess they just didn't have that clearly because nobody else did. Like even King, when he first came out, was ordering them around, and nobody listened. So I guess they just didn't have it in them to serve the king. Only the queen, for some reason, and only the royal guard were really made to serve the king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think it's crazy that they were made. Like, how did you make them obey the king?
It's like an ant thing. It's like how ants are.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because in reality,
That
each
is
ant
right.
has its own like.
See, I
purpose.
forget that they're actually supposed to be ants.
Yeah, they're
And that,
supposed to
like,
be
there
ants.
are rules in the ant world.
Yeah.
They're just programmed that way. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then now that the queen's dead, they're like, all right, so we can finally do what we've been low-key doing this entire time.
But we
Kill
can do
people for
it
no
way
reason.
more
Yeah.
and faster. And
No, the thing was
whatnot.
that they were gonna try and be their own king, and that was the problem because then they would start.
It's so
their
funny
own hives
because
and
there's like
stuff.
1,000 of y'all.
Yeah.
All y'all want to be a king.
Like
I just can't wait.
No, literally.
Yeah. Like every last one of them was in that one scene, singing that together, pushing out the way. No, I'm gonna be king. I'm gonna be king.
Yeah, it was weird. But also, like, for the ones who didn't leave, I'm like, why? What are you doing? The queen's dead.
Yeah, I didn't.
Literally...
I mean, because they knew that was their purpose, was to serve the king, and so they like.
But they're not serving the king. Like, literally, the only people helping the king were the people like, I can get something out of this. Mm-hmm. And then the royal guard. Everybody else were just chilling. No, like they're like, what are you doing if you're not serving the queen? You just
they were trying to go be their own king.
But that's what I'm saying. She's everyone didn't though.
I was gonna say she's saying some people went to be king. There are some that followed the king, and then there were some that were just middle ground where they weren't really following or not following anybody. They were just
to go assimilated to the population.
I think they were staying at the house. They were like, I'm staying at the house. All food here, bro.
I'm good here. Yeah, literally.
Shelter, a roof over my head. Like, what the fuck I need to leave for?
They got hunters out there. I'm good, thanks.
Exactly.
That's true.
I don't know what Nin is, but them motherfuckers over there are crazy. That's literally what they were. So they're like, I'm gonna stay back.
Yeah.
I was like, if I want to venture out, I can go kill a few folks and eat them, and I'll come back. It's fine.
So then we get like this whole long period of seeing all the ants
of what they're all doing. Yeah, my favorite is Cheetu. I freaking love Cheetu.
He's
honestly.
So funny. But my favorite was my favorite ant was Cheetu. But like my favorite part was when the Phantom Troop go to Meteor City to save Meteor City from I'd call her the Scorpio Queen because she was a scorpion. But yeah, so she like takes over the city and she's turning people into ants, like whatever. Yeah. Which kind of gave me like flashbacks to the NGL and how they were treating their pet people. But like, so they all come in and they make a bet on like who's gonna get her first, which I liked. I did. It was like a bet, like.
And I liked that it was Phaeton.
Yes.
Phaeton of all people definitely should have been there first, and I loved seeing Phaeton and his power and the fact that like he just fucking explodes and go off. Like I'm like,
no. I just realized,
like, we need to get.
Yeah, they're like, if you want to live, let's go.
No, literally. But I just realized watching it again, they were like that's not exactly his power. They're like whatever it is, like he wants it or like needs it to be, like is what happens. They said something like that, like burning things isn't like necessarily the power.
Right.
It's just when he loses control, like
that's
whatever
what
he wants. Yeah, and in that moment, he decided to burn her and just went crazy. So cool. He's just that overpowered, and I'm like, what? Kurapika cannot take this.
I know.
Kurapika does not stand a chance
at all.
Like, oh my gosh.
Could you imagine Kurapika with his little judgment chain?
Like, could you imagine if Phaeton was the first person that Kurapika encountered, dead on the spot?
Yes. He's like, do you really want to do this right now? Yeah. That's probably why he didn't. He was like, Uvo.
Yeah,
you could die.
You're the weakest one.
Let me have some fun while watching you, but it wouldn't be fun if I did it because it wouldn't be a challenge.
One thing for sure is that Phaeton is always with the shits. Like he's
really
always with the shits, ready to fight.
He was the first one that wanted to go into that game with what's his face?
Yeah,
and he was like, "Let's go."
Yeah,
I don't care. It's better than being here in this broke down building. He's with the shits, and then Killa's sister being there. And her not knowing anything about, first of all, her being there. Her not knowing shit about Phaeton. And I'm like,
or any of them.
She almost died. She almost died if it wasn't for this.
She struggled killing the spider thing. Wait, no, she wasn't.
No. That was
the
what is her name? She has one of those like normal like Japanese like cutesy names.
Yeah, I can't.
It's not like Phaeton or Uvo, where they're ugly as hell names.
I can't think of it right now.
But
I know we talked about her before, but right now
I didn't think she struggled though.
No, she didn't.
She didn't. The vacuum.
No, she didn't.
Killa's sister did, but it wasn't with the spider person.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who she fought.
I don't remember who she
fought. No, Killa's sister didn't struggle. Because she was taking her time. She was also trying to like follow the other members to get to the.
Oh, because she had a little piece of paper on everybody to figure out who found
vacuum girl
first.
Did struggle.
I didn't think she struggled that much.
Not that much, but compared to everybody else, she did kind of struggle.
Yeah,
but
her scene was
longer.
Was
the last one to.
She was the last one because
when she came in, she realized she was like, "Oh my god!"
I know. Like, she did, but she like made a comment. She's like, "I know I was toying with my opponent, but dang, you know." She was just like
It
slower.
was just funny,
than
like her
everyone else.
realizing that she's like not the
No.
strongest of the crew.
Literally,
Yeah.
I'm like, how did you join
She
this
probably
group and you
wasn't
don't know
even.
anything?
She probably wasn't even the strongest of the Zoldycks.
Yeah, I mean,
No, obviously
She
not.
thought she literally thought like, well, I'm part of the Zoldycks, so like I'm gonna be stronger than
Yeah.
all of you.
I
Like,
don't really
no.
get
essentially.
her powers thing. Like, I guess maybe against people it makes sense, but like against the ants, it just
It's
it
totally
even
useless.
Yeah.
even when they revealed what happened, and I'm like, okay.
the person who I was like, I completely forgot about
Mhm.
of the Phantom Troop that fought is the dude with the bandages in
And the
holes.
holes?
In the holes.
Yeah,
He's like, this is the dance of my people.
I know.
Like, and then started.
It reminded me of SpongeBob.
He literally looks like their parents, though. He's like brown like his parents, and they make the noise like him. I'm just like, this is not. Like, I understand, like, the dance of your people, I guess, but, like, this is not anything, like, serious that I need to watch. And it went
It was
long.
long.
It
did
was
go on
long.
for a bit.
And I also couldn't understand how he made it in the Phantom Troop from just having that ability.
And neither did I.
I feel like
Neither
that's
did
not enough.
I. I was like, that is not enough. I was like, why didn't y'all have Killua's sister? She better than him with the holes.
I mean, clearly not. I mean,
I
he
mean,
wasn't the last
I
one
would
there.
prefer to look at her just visually
I
in the
mean,
Phantom
yeah,
Troop
no,
than
oh my
him.
God.
Maybe he was just there
Honestly,
from the
his whole
beginning,
whole
though.
shit didn't even make sense. How you got a hole in the middle of your forehead?
How are you
I know.
alive?
Like, the places where he had holes, I'm like, okay.
I know. I'm like, really?
You got
Nobody
holes
thought
down
about
there
this.
too. You got holes in your ass cheeks.
Probably does. He hasn't
I know.
unwrapped it yet.
Why they didn't show us that?
Right.
He twerks. It's just slow twerk. Just imagine just getting an ass wave of hole sound to you.
That's how he got it. He
That's
pulled his
the-
pants down and he started twerking.
That's his
Everyone was
ultimate move.
I know,
That's his ultimate move. He's like, if all else fails, twerk. Twerk it out.
Now I need to see that. I just want to see somebody animate that. That'd be so funny.
I'm pretty sure somebody has. There are some people out there that I wouldn't be surprised.
They be on it.
They be on it, right?
Yeah.
But what happens after that? They leave Meteor City,
Yeah.
and it,
That's
like it was
just
nothing.
a like,
Yeah,
short break. You
Yeah,
just see
really.
them.
Mhm.
They're
I-
like, oh, the council is fighting because they can't decide if they're dead.
yeah.
And like at the end, they kill all the people that was turned into them,
Mhm.
and they have this whole thing like dying with dignity.
Yeah, they're just like,
Yeah.
they're like, kill me. And they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, you
No,
can fight me.
fight me.
Yeah.
If you want to die, fight me because I want to have some fun.
Yeah.
Which it probably wasn't even anything because they were just standing there. I'm like, all right, I'll fight you. I move this way, you kill me. I'm like, all right, I'm good, I'm dead. I ain't gotta move that much.
No, literally.
Yeah.
You're gonna think I'm coming at you anyway.
They gave them no mercy anyway.
Right? Like,
But
come
he
on.
was over there rounding up his arm. Like, what is he gonna do, really? You could just punch him regularly. He's dead.
right.
But yeah,
To a
fun
crisp.
episode though.
Yeah, I liked that.
I did
little-
like that episode.
I like that they added that in.
I'm kind of sad that it wasn't a little bit more because we got way too much, in my opinion, of what the other ants are doing.
Yeah.
Certain ones that I didn't think that we needed, but other than that,
Honestly, I know this isn't in this, but just the show in general, like the fact that they continue to show us the Phantom Troop after Kurapika's
Mhm.
arc is very much appreciated.
mm.
They're like, I know they're cool, so
No,
we're
yeah.
just gonna keep on
They
throwing
know
them
what the
out
people
there.
want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
They know
not
what people
relevant at all. We're just
They
gonna throw
wanted
them in there.
they
Right.
wanted to know more
The
about
fact that
the
they were
Phantom
randomly
Troop,
in
so-
Green Island, randomly here,
Yeah.
like, thank you, I needed this.
Right, I needed this. I
Checking
really
in on
did.
them.
I really did need a break because this season out of all
Yes.
seasons is the longest.
It's so
and it's-
dense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm glad that they like gave us a break. I also like that we got to see Knuckle fight Golden Killua and all that stuff, and I think that also was kind of a break.
Mhm.
It had something to do with what was going on, but it wasn't actually there on
Right.
the island.
So it wasn't
Yeah.
like straight filler,
Yeah,
but it's still connected, but like
Mm-hmm.
I could watch it and
Yeah.
enjoy it
Yeah.
instead of being like,
not
oh, I
pay
don't need
attention
this.
that hard to it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I did like it.
Mhm.
I did.
I think after that, Gon and Killua reunite with the rest of the group, with Moral and Netero and stuff, after they're done fighting with the assassins and stuff.
Mhm.
I mean, Gon and Palm did go on their date.
No.
Who gives
Gon
a shit?
loses, and then they stay back. And then Knuckle and Shoot go because they won. And then they do.
And they end up
whatever
getting.
they do.
They end up getting there anyway.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
get there later. I guess, I don't know. They just decide to show
Killua
up.
gets
Yeah.
the needle out his head.
Finally.
Finally.
Yeah. Oh, the king is finally born. I think that's when the king is born. And Colt teams up with
Yes,
Annabelle.
And then the baby comes.
Right.
Yeah.
The little human baby.
Yeah, he retires and adopts the baby.
Which also, again, Pito, poof human, Yuppie, the king, a
whole
baby.
human
Yeah.
baby.
Like, I expected, like, okay, with that, I expected at some point for her to eat enough humans that she would create a human, but it was just the way it came about, like the route that it took, the fact that you got really close with Poof and then diverted to Yuppie and then the king.
Right, and then unintentionally give
Yeah.
birth.
Yeah,
Like, you're
yeah,
dead
because
at this point.
that was
Somehow
her
there's a baby
human-
in you.
It was like a human baby. So a human uterus? Like where did that baby come from? Because the king was
I
just
don't
in
understand.
you.
Right. And
Yeah.
it was just under the king. They're supposed to be twins.
Is it another uterus somewhere? She got a double uterus?
You know, maybe
It
they're
honestly
supposed to be
seemed like it
twins.
came from her spine. It honestly
Right, it
came
just-
from his
yeah,
gut.
they just
Because he had
came out
to
of
reach
nowhere.
in there.
They
Yeah,
had to
like,
reach, and then
dang.
all you saw was her spine and her like little pelvis, and I'm just like, where did you get this from?
Yeah. Just
And why is it so small?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sucked all the nutrients out of his
Probably,
baby.
yeah. Probably.
It makes sense. That happens.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I'm surprised the baby didn't just form into one inside of him.
Right. Like he didn't like what do they call
Absorb
it?
it.
Absorb it.
Absorb it,
Yeah.
I
Could
don't
have been
know.
that case, but instead he just kicked it away and said, "My food."
Right.
I don't know.
It was like
Kicked
I'm
it out
taking
the
it all.
womb. It ended up in the spine. I don't know.
But like,
Our ants.
yeah,
made.
Colt retiring immediately off of that. He's like, I'll take care of the
take
kid.
care of you.
I'm like, y'all gave him permission, and y'all thought that y'all were just about to fight them and kill all of them, and now you put a human child in his hands to take care of.
But they just took it out of an ant. So I doubt they looked at it like a human child.
Yeah,
But
no.
I'm
I
it
don't
was
care
like
how much of a
this
human
small.
it
But I'm
looks,
looking-
yeah.
right,
Like,
but
that's
it
not
looked-
a
but it
human.
looked
Like, what is that thing?
But it looks human, so a part of me was like, you're gonna it just looks weird that a human looking baby, even though like it's not a human, it came out looking like a human, and you're gonna let an ant that was just murdering people that look like this take care of it. And all of a sudden Colt just switched.
But you know what? I don't think Colt has ever eaten any human in his existence.
So how does he survive though?
They don't
have
need
to.
They don't need to, they just
wanted
did
to.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just wanted to because they taste better, and and then the rares taste better. But like they weren't originally eating humans. Like which is why you got all these other animals mixed in because she was eating other things.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought that at some point they felt like I took it as at some point they did feel like they needed to eat them. So like that's why I thought that Colt should have died if he didn't eat him, because I thought that he actually
No, and
needed to.
and then the whole thing earlier in the first part of the season where like that was when the ants were really rebelling because they wanted to eat humans, and Colt was telling them the humans is for the queen. Why are you eating humans when we don't need to eat humans? But they just wanted to eat them because they taste, or I guess like they taste better or whatever. But Colt never ate. He was the one telling everybody else stop eating humans. Like they're only for the queen.
Mm-hmm.
So
He's telling them stop eating humans and stop killing the humans because I guess
So
she
just
needs to eat them
greedy.
alive. I don't know.
yeah,
Just greedy.
no,
'Cause
they
if I-
shouldn't eat them alive because that.
They
chef-
got
had a
turned
chef
into
that
a
made 'em into
meatball.
meatballs.
Oh,
yeah.
That was so weird.
But what made no sense is that there wasn't always a chef, so she was eating them normally.
I
Because
mean,
that
yeah,
chef was
she
not
was.
there when she started eating humans. That chef was not there.
Yeah.
Clearly,
that chef was
she
there.
ate a chef, and he said, "I'm gonna give myself a job. You're getting a full course meal." Damn.
But it was just meatballs.
I know. He didn't try anything else.
Because I was going to
That
say
was
she
his
only.
specialty in his past life.
I was going to say because she only started eating
Meatball
meatballs. I was
He's
going to say
Italian.
she only started eating meatballs when the king was supposed to be growing. So like
Yeah.
that's why I was like, she wasn't always eating them like that. She
Yeah.
was eating them either dead or alive or somehow. It had to be alive. They were carrying them like
Yeah.
this.
They were carrying them.
And they were like, ah! So she had to eat a couple of them alive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure she did.
They might have tasted better that way. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
I'm not a cannibal. So.
But Chitu, a moral fight at first. Well, not really. No. Knuckle and Chitu fight, and that's when Chitu finds out that, I could just run away.
Yeah.
That's where it was flawed, because you was like, you said that when Knuckle and Go were fighting, it was perfect, because like Go is an idiot, and he's not gonna try to run away. But when Chitu, I was
and he also can't do the math, so he just don't know what's going on.
Right.
He's just like, I don't know what any of this means, but I'm gonna try to punch harder.
I was gonna say Chitu's like, I don't know what it means either, but I'm gonna try to run.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it disappeared, and he's like,
Yeah.
and he's like, well, he'll know when we're close because it'll come back up. And I'm just like, fuck, I can't hide.
I'll give like Knuckle the benefit of the doubt though. Like, how hunters are prideful and stuff. They probably wouldn't normally run away anyways. Find like any of the people they usually fight. They're like, I'm gonna stick my ground, my pride, blah blah blah.
That's how Knuckle fights.
Yeah. So I mean, it makes sense.
Offended.
And it's also like
that he wasn't killed.
Honestly, Knuckles would have been really good for like if he was a gourmet hunter or like a beast hunter, because
he is a beast hunter. I think that's what they said. He is a beast hunter.
He's a beast hunter?
And like that's like his problem, because he like emphasizes with all these animals that they don't know about.
I did not realize that he was a beast hunter.
Yeah, they said a whole thing with him, like like he's too kind to all people in general, but definitely animals. Yeah, this whole spiel.
His APR is perfect for them, because they're not gonna know what the hell that is. They're animals. They're not gonna do the math. Number one, they're not gonna run away. Mm-hmm. They're gonna be threatened, and they're gonna come after him. I had no idea he was a beast hunter. Well, I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I never even thought about the fact that he was a hunter, because they called him an assassin.
Yeah, that was so weird. I was over here thinking ninjas with like this.
Yeah. Like the typical stereotypical ninjas. That's what I was thinking of.
But when you said that, I just remember that. Like, yeah, he's a beast hunter, and he just doesn't like killing beasts that they don't know about, because he thinks they should be given a chance or whatever. They're like, that's stupid.
Why is he a beast hunter then?
Right.
He was like, people make fun of me, but I think.
I think I remember him saying like people make fun of him, but I didn't remember why they said that they were making fun of him. Oh, Knuckles. Knuckles so cute.
He is. He's adorable.
He is. Oh my gosh, he's one of my favorites of the season.
Yeah.
He is.
But around the time that he's fighting with Chitu is around the time that Gon and Killua rejoin up with them.
Yeah.
And then they're trying to give them the plan of like what they're gonna do. Netro's over there preparing with his meditation and stuff.
Yeah, Moral's gonna go to the city with his
so now all this stuff,
purple shadow, something like that.
Something like
Even
that.
though they're not purple.
They're not purple at all. They're white. They're smoke.
I thought they were purple.
No,
maybe they were a
maybe
tint of
when
purple.
He, first makes them, but they're usually just white.
They just look white to me.
But yeah, during this time,
and then I don't know what the fuck
Nova's
was doing.
Yeah, everything is happening at once at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Like this part of the season is where shit gets crazy, and the narrator has to tell us everything because everything's happening at the same time. Yeah. Which I really love about this part of the season, like of how detailed it gets with the narration, so you can follow along. I was like, I really appreciate this actually. I feel like in any other show, it'd be like if it was in Naruto, that'd be annoying.
And also, I feel like it fits better. Well, Naruto has a lot of fillers, but I feel like it probably would have fit Naruto the war arc, because that's when a lot of things is also happening. So it was appropriate. Like if there was narration during the hunter exams, you'd be like, I can kind of follow.
I can follow. Yeah, it's very straightforward, and because of the fact that in the hunter exam, that dude was telling like, all right, you follow me. That's all you have to do, and you run. All right, now we're in the forest. Follow me. You won't die.
Right.
Go in this tower and fight. I don't need narration for that.
Yeah, everything's been pretty straightforward. So the narration is helpful. But yeah.
Because it tells you like the time, like kind of like, at the same time that this is happening, because a lot of the time I'm one of those people, forgets like that this is all happening at the same time and stuff like that.
Or sometimes, 20
episodes. Right.
But I also like jump between times, like 2 days before this happened, this is going on, and a day later.
And so it's nice to have that narration tell you, like, okay, this happened 2 days before, these two are together, this is a few moments after that,
While at the same time.
Yeah. Because there's sometimes where the same person that was in 2 of those scenarios are in the same one. I'm like, wait, what happened? They're like, no, this happened before. This was only a few minutes after. Don't lose sight of the big picture.
I just think of like the legendary scene where they're just running up the stairs for like the whole episode.
And there's just narration going on for like 10 minutes.
Time. Yes. It is very suspenseful.
That's why I enjoyed it. Yeah, that's why I really enjoyed it. Like it was honestly perfect for the show.
Yeah. It was good narration. It was like describing what was happening, but not in a boring way. It was like, this is tense, building things up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, like, Gon and Killua split up. What I was very surprised about, and I don't know if y'all are surprised about this, is how friendly Killua was to another person other than Gon.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really weird that he quickly became friends with a person who was literally trying to shoot him.
Yeah.
That was
like,
weird.
snipe him.
Yeah. Like, he was... First of all, Killua went through it. I felt
Yes.
so bad for Killua at this part.
I know.
While Gon's over there chilling, having campfires.
With a lizard.
Literally. Like, again, about him being tortured as a child.
Yes.
Only Killua could have gone through this and lived.
Like,
no one else would
Killua's
have.
over there getting shot in his arm and his body, and then he's like, "This is how you make a s'more."
Yes.
And I can hold my breath, and look, I can touch the bird. Look at that. It's cool, right?
And
No,
then
literally.
Killua finally gets away from these bullets to dive in the water to find another killer ant that starts shooting him with darts. Like, he's literally
Yeah.
on his deathbed by the end.
No.
I don't even
Literally.
remember how he. Oh, I remember how he got out of it. How he like figured out how the game was played because it's darts.
It's a
If
game
you've
of
ever
darts,
played
yeah.
darts, which it's stupid because it's like he could see the dartboard in his body before it
So-
disappears, and then so he sees that he basically did math.
Yeah.
No,
That's
but
what-
also,
that's what darts
But you know, he
is.
also said that he used to play darts, and
Killua?
professionally. Yeah, he made a whole thing. He was like, "Yeah, I used to play this game actually when I was bored. My
Oh, I
dad
don't-
made
I
me
don't
a
remember
Sudoku."
him saying
Like,
that.
it was like a
He
part
did,
of his
an offhanded
training.
card. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember him saying anything that he played darts,
Yeah,
but
just
I just
like a
remember him
quick
being
comment.
like.
Yeah.
I just remember him being like, "Well, I realized that you were playing this specific dart game,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah, when
He's
you
like, I
said
mastered this by
number,
the time I was 3.
Yeah, he did say something like that.
and then he's just like,
Randomly,
the dude's just like, yeah, him and his like girlfriend, his sister were like,
It was
"We're
his
gonna
sister,
get
but it's kind
you."
of- It was, yeah.
The fact that you confused his
Literally.
sister for his girlfriend. Enough.
Enough said.
Yeah.
Enough said.
But, yeah, I mean, clearly Gon rubbed off on him. But Gon didn't get any of that. But also, it's funny because even when we first meet Killua, like, he's kind of nice to
Yeah.
Gon, more like interested,
But
he's not nice to anybody else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's really weird how he became friends with Ikago because he immediately called him his friend. He's like, "I'm doing this because we're friends," and I'm just like, "You just met him."
Yeah.
I was like, "Were you calling Gon your friend immediately the first time
He's
you called
never
him?"
even called, like, Kurapika. Yeah, he did for Gon, but he
Yeah.
never called Kurapika and Leorio his friends.
No.
They always said Gon's friends. Or,
Yeah.
and even when Leorio and Kurapika were helping them go get them, they called Killua Gon's friend. Like, they never saw
they
each
don't-
other as friends.
Yeah.
It's like, we were clearly acquaintances.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's
it's
like,
like-
immediately attached to
Ikago did not do enough for you.
Right.
for
And he's
you
trying to
be
kill you.
considered.
But you
Yeah.
know what, honestly, I just feel like that's just what he's seen how Gon interacts with people. It's like, oh, that's how friends are
So
made.
yeah, maybe
Because, like,
because
yeah.
he
Well,
didn't
then
have
you would
friends.
think he would be friends. He would consider Kurapika and Leorio friends.
but he's not influenced by Gon yet. He just met him. At this point, he's
Yeah,
been spending all
that's
this
true.
time with Gon.
That is true.
And he also goes on this whole thing, like, rant about, like, next time you do something for me, don't bother thanking me, because you don't have to.
Because we're
And
friends.
I'm like, that sounds like something Gon would do. He
And then
wouldn't show
Ikago-
appreciation.
But then they did do, like, the type of mirror thing, because remember we already saw where Killua was like, Gon, you were literally light itself. Like, he
Yeah.
clearly looks up to Gon in such
Yes.
And they do the
way.
same thing
Yeah.
for
He
Killua.
He
thinks
did
he's
the
so
same
pure.
thing. Yes, exactly. And Ikago literally does the same thing for Killua. Like,
Yes.
we see it from his position, and he's like, oh my god, he's
Yeah.
light. And I'm like, okay, I
yeah.
see the parallels
Yeah.
here.
I really love this storytelling of all that, because they first start with Killua, and then, even though we've been following Gon mostly at this point, we skip him once he first meets a chameleon, go to Killua, he has these friends, we go to Gon, and you're like, okay, things are going off well,
Yeah.
he immediately trusts him, typical Gon, stupid, ha ha ha,
Yeah.
they're getting to know each other, and then he hits him with, if you lie to me, I'll kill you, and you're like,
because Gon's getting serious. They're
Yeah.
swapping
Yeah.
places.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah,
Yeah.
because like he didn't even say that to him. The guy was like, "How can you trust me?" And he was like, "Oh," good." And he doesn't even look at him in his
No.
face when he says it. He says something. He's like, "Oh, if you lie to me, I'll kill you."
Yeah.
Right. He's like, "Oh, if you lie to me, I'll kill you."
like a psychopath.
He's literally like,
Yeah.
like,
Because he's envisioning how he's
Yes.
gonna do it
Yes.
already. He's
Yes.
like, I just know that I'm going to cut off your tail because lizards' tails come off and they squirm for a little bit, and then I'm gonna whack
right.
you with
And
it.
now I know all you have to do is hold your breath. So I'm just gonna sit here for 30 minutes.
Yeah. I'll just go like this, just cover your mouth and your nose, and just kill you. Snap your neck with your own tail, hang you up from a tree, like.
Like, literally, it's crazy, because I think in this arc, though, earlier, he has issues with, like, killing some of the ants. I think he did. I could be wrong. Gone.
He has some problems with killing the ants?
It wasn't with... I think you're talking about when he was at the NGL and it was those people pets that were getting killed, and he had an issue with that, and Kite's like...
I know, I'm not talking about that. When, like, all these officers came, and Kite was with them, but it wasn't these people. And, like, it was that, armadillo dude in that going squished.
Yes,
and
I do remember.
Yeah, and he didn't kill him at
I do
first.
Oh,
yeah, and he had an issue
Yeah.
with killing with them.
Yeah.
Clearly, this whole thing...
And Kite was all like, are you gonna kill or spare anybody just because they have friends? Or something like that.
Yeah. Because that's literally how he was. Yeah.
Because it's like, if I had my friends try to kill you, you go and spare me as Kite? I mean, I'm Kite, but, like, are you going to spare me? No, you should kill me as well.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Yeah. It was nice character development for them
in
this season, for sure. Those two.
Yeah. It was.
Definitely backwards development
Backwards
for
for
Gon.
Yeah.
He's just being traumatized, ready to murder anybody.
And I like that.
Oh, I know.
I do, yeah.
Honestly, because you don't usually see it anyways, and it's very
It's
realistic.
very realistic for the fact that he came from this little island knowing nothing.
Yeah.
And he went out into the world all optimistic and thinking he can just do whatever.
I mean, technically, he still is optimistic by saying that he's going to kill him. That's optimistic. Because he knows that he can't.
Well, he's optimistic thinking he can bring back Kite, that Kite's still alive.
No, yes.
He's in denial.
That's denial.
Yeah.
Killing the lizard is optimistic because he knows he can do it.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say that's not optimistic. He knows dang on well he could kill that lizard.
Yeah.
That's optimistic.
That's not even like because the lizard himself already said, "I'm not a fighter."
Yeah.
Like, I can't.
I'm an assistant.
Yeah.
All I can do is hold my breath.
But like even when like Moral was just being a douche for no reason, once again he's like, I don't believe you have the conviction going. Imagine me as a person who killed, or not killed, but whatever, Kite, and he very nearly is ready to kill Moral, and it's like.
And it was just like,
just
roleplay.
Yeah.
Relax.
Literally.
Everybody in the room's like,
I know. And he was like, I was going to kill you for a second there. And it's like, where is this coming from?
Yeah.
Speaking of Moral, well, you were talking about Kite, but you said Moral.
I did bring him up.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of Moral and Chitu's fight was literally hilarious.
It was
so funny.
It was way
First of all, I love how Cheeto is basically a child.
Yes.
Like, he's literally like a little kid.
He's a legit, like, teenager, though. Like, he's in that
he
12-year-old,
12-year-old,
11, 13-year-old,
Yeah.
like, I'm invincible teenage kid type of
still
thing.
super annoying.
Pay attention
like,
to me.
Pay attention to me, yeah.
Look what I could do. Like, he's that type of kid.
Yes.
Look, I could do a cartwheel.
And then it's literally like the puniest cartwheel you've ever seen. Look at what I can do.
Did you see it? Did you see it?
I'll
Do it again.
Wait, look. I was so fast, wasn't I? That type of shit. And that's exactly what he
Faster
was.
than you.
Watch me.
That's you can't do it.
That's exactly how it was in the fight.
That's the whole fight. And then Moral's old man ass is just like, it
He's
reminds
like,
me
I'm
of
gonna
like,
lay down.
Yeah, like, literally reminds me of like an old man having to watch like a toddler. It's just like, I'm not.
Like on a leash, like, God, stop moving. He's like, look, I'm right here, you can touch me. Oh, no, you gonna get me? Come on, this is boring. ADHD. Really bad ADHD.
Bouncing off the walls, literally.
And the way he got him was so yes, Moral, and I'm like, you're dumb, Chitu, at the same time. Because it's like, he has smoke. And I'm pretty sure at this point you know he has smoke. And that he can manipulate the smoke. So you never thought that, like, he was going to do some kind of sneak attack. You just thought he was going to lay there this entire time. Because he was like, because he's right. Because he said,
not paying any attention.
Because he said, you have a certain amount of hours, which also is so crazy to me. Oh, we all
so many hours.
I know.
So,
and like, you believe you're
also,
the fastest, and you have like 8 hours.
Right. He gave Moral 8 hours, but it's like, why do you need 8 hours? 8 hours to kill him?
Yeah,
it's because he just wanted a fight. He wanted to fight somebody,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Well, I'll give you 8 hours to get pissed off and fight me." Because like nobody, he's like, "I'm too fast." I'm like, "Yeah, that's why you don't get into fights because you run. That's your job." So like, there's a lot of like time going on. Like the 8 hours, I'm like, in the 8 hours, all of what the king wants to do, whatever the king wants to do, can be done. Why are we waiting? I mean, Moral couldn't stop that.
Yeah.
But like also Killua being in the hospital for 2 days. For 2 whole days.
No one knows where he is.
Nobody. Killua was like, I'll call you. Or either Killua said he'll call Gon, or Gon will call Killua, whatever. Somebody.
No, he said Gon can't contact him. He said he'll call him.
Killua. Okay, 2 days. 2 days, and Gon's completely fine with it. He was like, yeah, Killua hasn't called me in 2 days. He's all right though. Same with Kite. He's all right though.
This is why Gon is a bad friend.
Yes.
Seriously.
He's so oblivious. It's like two days.
Yeah.
Nowadays, if Nia goes more than 2 days not talking to me, I'm thinking something's up. At this point, we've got to talk to each other every day. So, like, if she doesn't, where you at? What's going on? Like,
and I feel like when he did realize that he hadn't heard from Killua, it wasn't even him who realized it. It was when he ran into Moral and Knuckle, and they
asked him.
They were like, "Where's Killua?" And he's like, "Oh."
He's like,
"Oh, let me call him."
He's like, "Oh."
He said I shouldn't, but you know. Oh, he's
Oh,
not answering. Okay.
I thought, was he not here? I thought he'd been here this entire time. Hello.
Well, this is Malorion.
I know, really.
Oh,
So,
right.
anyways.
He's gonna help us. Okay, what about Killua? Is Killua not gonna help us anymore? Did you replace him? Did you replace him with Killua?
Is your new friend?
You put a wig on him? A Killua wig? This is Killua!
Hey, he's a chameleon, I mean.
Camellia! My new friend.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely right about. I see why Killua went and made a new friend.
Yeah.
He's not getting. He does not have a good one.
Yeah, you're not getting nothing from Gon in this season.
Yeah, no. Just frustration.
Like a friend on a downward spiral.
Right. So I don't know how they got back together, but I just remember them being in Nove's little space, his little thing, and he said that he was gonna like put the rings down, the teleportation rings and whatnot, and he got scared and ran away like a little bitch, and then ever since then he like
started losing his hair.
I know,
Stopped
like
eating.
he stopped
Aging
eating
completely.
in Pito's presence
Hair
for
turned
days.
white first.
And
and
he's
it
just
fell
over
out.
there freaking out. And
Oh,
I'm
and
like,
it wasn't even the king's presence that he felt. It was Pito.
No, it was Pito's
Yeah.
presence, yeah.
Who he literally shitted on Killua.
Yes,
Literally
That's what I'm saying. He 100% deserved it.
100%.
It was so funny because like that what happened to him was completely unnecessary from the story.
It was so
The story did not
unnecessary.
need to see that at all. Like it was
The
funny.
writers just hated him.
No, literally.
It was funny, but like they purposely put Nove back into like scenes just so we could see
him
him.
deteriorate.
And it
was
wasn't
unneeded.
even like a. Oh,
At first he
Pito's-
was trembling, and then
No,
white
literally.
hair.
And then no hair. And
His
not
bags.
sunk in and everything, yeah.
Right.
But it's literally not even like a, oh, Pito's so scary, no one can stand up to them. Literally, nobody else has this problem. Just
Nobody.
him.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
After all
okay.
that shit he talked.
He ran so far and just like sat there in the mud and cried. I'm like, what in the world? It was so abrupt.
And he was
it was so abrupt
It
in
was.
left field.
He's like, go to Killua, y'all must be so strong. And it's like, are you a hunter? Like, what even is this? No one is having this problem. What is your
Weren't
problem?
you just rolling around with Netero?
Literally, like, what?
I
Talking about being
would've-
the strongest? Like, what is your deal?
I was fully expecting like him to be like scared and be like, oh shit, like this is gonna be hard. But for him to act completely like that was so
Another
crazy.
psychotic breakdown.
Yes, this season is all about psychotic breakdowns.
No, clearly. Killua learning that Gon's a bad friend. He's like, dang, I gotta find a new friend.
Kite dies.
Yeah.
We see his head on somebody's lap. Then we see him stitched back up in a puppet. Mental health deteriorating.
Yeah.
Even us watching it.
Right. I'm like, dang. How much worse is this gonna get?
Right? Well, it does get worse because
It does.
Because freaking
We haven't even started their plan yet.
Palm becomes
Oh,
a
yeah.
brothel, a
I
prostitute.
know. And then becomes an ant.
It becomes an ant.
I'm pretty sure she does end up having sex
What's
with him.
crazy is-
Because, you know, she pulls up and she's like, goes with him to a treat. It's just like, ooh, and then it cuts away. Like, he kicks a girl out, he goes in, it cuts away. And I'm like, wow, dang.
Yeah.
I guess it is like that for you.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
that's
sex.
tough.
And I really feel like no one told Palm to do this in the first place.
I don't think that she
I mean,
did.
they did plan for her. They mentioned that it was, like, their plan
Okay.
for her to sneak in. They had this whole thing with the general and everything.
Yeah.
But, like, it really didn't have to be like that, though.
She took it really far.
I was gonna say, the
Yeah.
sex wasn't
She
planned.
took it really far.
It wasn't on the
Yeah.
plan. I mean, but, like, if he was the one that, like, inquiried her, what was she supposed to do? Like, that was a...
No, but
She
he
wasn't.
didn't,
He
though.
didn't.
She approached
He was
him.
with another girl already.
Oh,
Yeah. And she said, knock, knock, knock. I'm ready. Like, what is this? It was...
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like, we need to get close to him and fast.
She was there a day.
And
No,
Chloe,
like, all right.
listen.
Putting her clothes in the drawer. All right, now let's go.
Like, he was
she
already... The director was already with a woman. She could have just left them.
listen, she got, I think she needed information about something, though. From him or something. I don't know.
Probably. I don't remember.
But, hey,
I don't remember anything
got
she
real
does
close.
besides that.
Real close.
Real close.
Inside and out.
Only to get caught.
And turned into an ant.
Immediately.
Immediately.
All of this was on day one of her infiltration.
What's crazy is that she got turned into an ant by Pito, not even, like, naturally becoming an ant. So, like, just imagine how painful that was for her.
I think it was Poof, actually.
Poof?
Well, Poof is the one who found her.
Yeah,
But she
that-
was
But
like in a
Poof doesn't
cocoon.
have.
Poof.
Maybe
Pito has that.
didn't do
maybe
that.
both of them like did it then.
What do you mean? Poof doesn't have powers to do that. I thought it was just Pito that was able to do shit like that.
Yeah,
Not to... Well,
that's what
we
they
see
mean.
her
Unless they
give people...
combine powers.
It could... I mean, but we've never seen any of them do that before. I guess they, like, talked about it.
But it just-
before,
it
Pito
seemed-
has
it-
just been controlling people and giving them
Well,
that ability. She
if
has been
any-
turning people into ants.
If anybody could do it, I think it would be Pito. That's why I said Pito.
I assumed it
'Cause
was
she
Poof
can-
because
she has-
she was in a cocoon.
She has the doll thing.
But
she
wasn't
is, but she
controlled
wasn't
by a
eaten.
doll. But no, but Poof is a butterfly. That's the butterfly thing.
Oh, that is true. I didn't think about that. About the fact that she was in a cocoon and that's what butterflies do. But, like, they put themselves in cocoons.
Don't put other people in.
Right.
Yeah,
so that's
know,
why I thought
like
it
the
was...
spider thing,
Okay, I
but
guess
don't
I
know.
guess it is Pito and Poof.
Yeah, they combine abilities.
Yay.
It must have been. I don't know. All we know is that now
Poof finally did
Palm
something
is
sane.
Nick.
Poof finally did something sane.
Sane?
Sane for their
Is that the
goal.
word we're using?
Sane
Yeah, I
for
know.
their goal.
Useful.
Not sane
Yeah,
for...
useful.
But it turned around and bit him in the ass anyway because it didn't work.
It didn't.
Yeah.
Like,
Because it took all... It
Yeah.
took was...
Now she can see all
Kill
his
a
plans.
fighting. Her.
reminding her of Gon.
Right, Gon, your lover. It's a child.
Your lover.
Oh, that
Don't
was
you want to
so
see him
weird.
again?
Yeah, don't you want to go on another date? Is that not what she said? Or he
Yeah,
said?
something like that.
You want to go on another date by the pond? Hey, hey. Sandwiches, finger sandwiches and shit. Cute, right? Yeah, no. That whole thing going in Palm.
And then Ikalgo going to go find Palm. A whole 5
Oh
episodes
my-
of unnecessary because he didn't even find her.
It was, I swear, Nee, it wasn't
What did
5.
he do?
No, I swear it wasn't 5. It had to be more. Because I felt like I was watching it for
Forever,
days.
yeah.
Yes.
Like, what did he do? He cried because he couldn't kill someone,
And that's it.
and that's it.
Yeah. That, I will say, like, okay, there was no point. There was no point.
Like, he did a lot, but in the end,
And there was no
there was
goal.
no. It wasn't useful.
No, it wasn't. You went in there to go find freaking Palm, comes out, finds Blowster, does this whole elaborate ass way just to get back upstairs, to not even be any help to anybody still.
Yeah.
Because once he got to the surface, I don't remember Ikago doing anything
Yeah.
that helped.
Yeah, no. He didn't do anything.
I think they just gave him a manhunt. They're just like, keep him busy, keep the child
Yeah.
busy.
No,
Give him some
because
crayons
make
and a
him
piece of
feel
paper.
useful.
Yeah.
Because even before all of that, they were like, we're not looking for Palm. We don't know what's going to
Yeah,
happen with her.
they
did.
But we're not looking for her. She's got it. We don't have to worry about that.
And
Yeah.
for some reason,
Only for him to
Ikalgo
go
was so
and look
serious
for her.
about Palm, and
Yeah.
he's never even met Palm.
No.
Randomly
It's
so serious
because
about Palm.
it was because Palm was Gon and Killua's so quote unquote friend, and so he was like,
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna.
Killua don't even like Palm like that.
But that's how Ikago took it, because of the fact that like Palm was helping them, so he just assumed that Palm was all of their friends, and he was like, I'm gonna save the friend of my friend. That's it.
Yeah.
Because he kept having this dialogue like, I have to be good to my friends and I have to help. This is such an important mission. And I'm like, it's really not.
Yeah.
They're doing so much without you.
Like, they literally went on about saying how this was so not important.
Yeah, they said multiple
The least
times
of
that
their worries.
we're not looking for Palm. We just hope that she's okay. We hope that she's alive. She might be dead.
Yeah.
That's literally basically what they were saying. She might be dead.
Even Killua was saying this. I don't know why he was just like, we gotta save her. You don't even know what she looks like.
Yeah, he was running around. She could have been anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She could have been a dead body on the ground. She would have known shit.
So everybody at this point has like their thing that they're doing as soon as the plan is like, initiated.
Even our little boy Kago.
Right.
It was not
Even
important.
Milorion or whatever the heck his name is.
Oh, the whole goal of Kago going down there, or what we got out of that was we found out that Wolfen and Kago know each other from the past life. That's it.
Anytime that came up, it was stupid. They even brought up with the chameleon and how like his penguin was his like foster father or something.
Yeah,
I'm
it
like,
made
that's
no
so random.
sense.
Like, I don't. Yeah.
If you're not gonna like,
bad?
if it's not gonna develop the story right now, like we already got a lot of stuff on our plate, and you're not giving us any new
And I could
or
care
better
less about
information.
Wolfen in his past life or his current life.
Yeah.
Who we're
Or
not
his
talking
or
about
his
him.
future life.
Right? Like we're not talking. He's not relevant at
His
all.
his little short story also was very annoying with him, like being like, if you tell a lie, like.
He was another one with a nasty thong, and they always want to show us a behind shot.
Right.
Of, like,
In a mullet.
why?
In a moment.
Like, for what
He's
reason?
like, if you tell a lie, my things will blow you up. Okay. He's like, who's there?
His entire thing was stupid.
Yeah. He did nothing useful.
Literally.
He really didn't, because he was trying to like. His whole goal was trying to like get close. I don't think it was get close to the king, but like be really powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was basically get close to the king so he could be in like an upper echelon.
Okay.
He was trying to be like what the
Royal
director
Guards.
was. Which is why he was trying to get
But
close
like,
to him.
there was nothing that he did that helped it, because he's like, I'm gonna apprehend these people. The king don't know these people. The king don't give a fuck about these people in the building.
He didn't even know they was
He
here.
don't even know. He worried about Komugi.
Komagi.
Yeah.
Who got shot, basically.
She didn't get shot.
Basically, because
I mean, with the rebel, she got
Netero,
crushed.
Netero and Zeno basically did a shootout on the whole castle. They did a drive-by on the castle. Didn't care who was in it.
It honestly didn't help. It didn't help anybody.
No.
It didn't help
It
anybody.
didn't do nothing.
It
but
didn't
shoot.
It didn't. I was gonna say it didn't hit the king. It didn't hit none of the guards. Thank goodness it didn't hit any of our people.
Yeah.
It almost. They over here like, oh snap! We don't even know where Knuckle is. We're gonna be dead.
They're like, both of them could be dead, but good thing they
All
weren't.
they did was hit Komagi and give us
And kill
like-
Chitu.
No, that wasn't even that. That was Killua's dad. He just arrived on the scene and smashed him.
Didn't even know what was going on.
He was like, I thought I saw a fly on the
He
on the
said,
dragon.
Oh, okay. Anyways, let's dip, Dad.
Let's go. Did y'all hear something? I could have sworn I heard something. It was like a purr.
Yeah,
It was
that
the
part
ending of life purr.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, storming the
That whole
castle.
storm thing, and it was upsetting because it could have been so effective.
What?
Like
Oh,
that
the-
storming
yeah.
thing
Yeah.
that they did. Like even
But yeah,
Pito
it
was like
wasn't.
scared, like when
Oh.
she saw it. You know what I mean? Or he
She
saw
was.
it.
I feel like
But,
she was.
like-
She was scared of the nin that Netero had. Though.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily the thing.
Yeah, true. But
I mean, I guess
they
that
were
was
really
his
worried about
name.
the king. Like,
Yeah.
everybody was like, oh my god, the king.
You know,
But it was just
The king is
the
unstoppable.
king, and you're like, shut up,
Hey,
poof,
hey,
please.
the king is unstoppable.
I know.
No,
That's the
not-
thing that gets
nothing
me.
can kill
They're
the king.
literally, they're
Nothing.
always like, the king is the best, and like no one can beat him. But then the second any little threat that isn't a threat to him, they're like, the king, the king.
The king is over there with tea. Wow.
I know, literally.
I've never seen shooting stars. I was 2 days ago. I'm only 2 days. Oh wow, this is nice. I'm
Yeah.
gonna stick around.
Yeah.
literally.
Me and Komugi gonna be together forever. I thought that was so. It was kind of odd because I still to this day don't know if she's like supposed to be an adult or a child. I'm just gonna assume that she's just a really childlike adult.
I don't want to say childlike to describe her. I'm
When I
saying,
mean
like,
childlike, I mean child looking.
oh, child
child
looking,
looking. My bad.
Attitude, I'd say she's like slow.
She's very slow.
Yeah.
Very slow. Like, then and the whole reason.
She's blind.
And she's blind.
Well, that doesn't mean she has to be slow.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, like...
There are things that don't register to her because she can't see.
Exactly.
And so, therefore, it makes her... It doesn't make her, but it makes her seem more slow. Because she's like, oh, Lord, where am I to sit? Because she can't fucking see.
Yeah.
So it makes her look dumb, but she's not necessarily dumb because she can play this game without being able to see it.
Right. Yeah, which I don't understand.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
But, like, the whole point of her is to entertain the king. And... I will
panties all tight.
all in his ass. All scrunched up and everything. All because this person was supposed to just be there for entertainment.
Like, he killed everyone else he played with. Why are you so worried about this one?
Because he didn't kill him.
Well, he hasn't won yet.
Yeah. Like, could you at least let him win? Like...
Well, he didn't kill one of them. One of them killed themselves.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
That's true.
And it was like, very smart of him.
He didn't come back because he would have gotten killed anyway, so...
He plotted and he said, I don't stand a chance. There's only one way to go.
They'll find me. Somehow they'll find me, so...
I can't believe he left a note. Like, why even bother?
Oh, right.
He left a note for the king?
They would have seen you.
They're going to give it to your family? No.
They would have seen you hanging
from kill your family. That's what happened.
They would have seen you from the freaking ceiling rafters or something, or however you killed yourself. You didn't need to leave a note. They would have been like, he did.
Mm-hmm.
King, he did.
Free
Get somebody
food.
else. Free food. Go kill somebody else.
Yeah.
Or find somebody else. But freaking Pooh being so upset about Komugi is so funny because she's the least threatening person ever.
Yeah.
To the king.
To the king. Can't even see what this man looks like. Not even terrified of him at all. She's
Yeah.
terrified to not being able to play Gungi ever again.
Yeah.
That's what she's more worried about. Not the king.
He's like, threat, and it's like,
Threat.
she's not doing it. She's blind.
Right.
What gets your priorities straight?
I honestly think that Pooh had a little thing for the king.
A little?
Well, when I mean little, I'm not being seriously little.
Definitely had a thing for the king.
Thing for the king.
He was jealous. That's what he was.
Really jealous. And the fact that he was actually going to kill Komugi and he had this serious, terrible internal conflict fight with himself about whether he should kill her or not. But the king hasn't won the game yet, so I can't. But then I hate her because I want to be with the king. It's not that serious.
Literally, anytime we just followed him.
What make
he's just like that the entire time. It's like a mini soap opera.
What really becomes his whole personality.
What really
his
makes
obsession with the king and killing Komugi.
Yeah.
What really makes me upset about Poof is that that means that you see falter in your king. You're not loyal to your king if you think that like this person is a threat and you think that the king will be influenced by this threat. Because at this point he wasn't in that state of I'm starting to enjoy this human. He was still like play the game. I want to win type thing. So it's like you don't trust him enough.
Yeah.
If you're
to make his own
like,
decisions.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not trusting him enough if you're acting like this and you're threatening to kill this person because you don't think that the king has enough willpower and strength to overrule a human, which he didn't. But
Poof ended up being
I was
correct.
saying Poof was right. But honestly,
too soon,
It was too soon.
Yeah.
It was too soon. But I did kind of like the king and Komugi's relationship as like friends.
Yeah.
And
Once I realized that it was going beyond that, I was like, wait.
Yeah, I thought
confused.
it was a little weird. I was like, I understand that you love her, but like maybe not in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I watched it the first time, I thought it was in a way of like he loved her like a child.
No.
Because I saw her as a child.
He was trying to fuck.
Yeah, I got that the second time. Didn't get it the first time.
Maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't be so harsh. I feel like he saw life with her. I could only imagine what them kids looked like. If I could only imagine if we saw what them kids would have looked like.
Mm-hmm. You know what's so funny though? They spend like Killua and all them when they're like planning. They spend a whole bit talking about the ants procreating, and they're like, "What could be happening with Palm?" And they're like, "Maybe they're using Palm to procreate."
Yeah.
And like a woman. Little do they know that Komugi's up there.
Right.
Basically, the direction of that relationship.
Yeah.
The fact that that's what they thought of
No,
Like,
literally.
Nobody else was like, oh, well, maybe they're just procreating with Palm. Whatever. She became a prostitute anyway. We didn't really need her to do that. Both Palm and Ilkago are both in the mission of doing dumb shit that they didn't
irrelevant
need.
things.
No, literally.
And it just so happens that they both ended up in the same area of the irrelevant things.
You know what else was irrelevant? The whole brothel thing to begin with. Why was this whole brothel? My thing is, like, upstairs, the ruler just got overthrown. There are these ants killing people, and you're under the basement worrying about getting girls into your brothel?
But you need to worry about if you're next.
Right, exactly.
But he
You're
wasn't
getting
next.
girls off of Craigslist.
Right? He literally was getting girls off of Craigslist.
Literally.
No, it was, yeah. But even Palm's mission, like, if she didn't get caught, what was she even doing there? What was literally the point of that?
I'm telling you, I think it had some shit to do with getting information from Bezoff, but I don't even know what that information it was, if that was the case. Or maybe she was out, supposed to be like scouting out. I think that's what it was. And she ended up being in the brothel and not being able to get out of it because they ended up catching her anyway. I think she was supposed to like scout out everything before everybody else came, and it's just like, okay, didn't help.
Yeah.
Didn't really work at all.
No. Now you're an ant. Good job. Good fucking job. But like because of freaking the Zoldycks going ham on the freaking building and whatnot, Komugi gets hurt. No, you know what? I want to backspace a little bit to the bird. This is how you know. This is the scene when you find out that the king actually does love her in more of a different way. When she's like being attacked by the bird, he's like, "Oh, what are you doing? What's going on? You need to be more careful." And I'm just
Meanwhile, he was just saying in his head, "I'm a killer."
Right.
She's dead right now. What are you doing?
On his way to go kill her.
Yeah.
"Oh my, are you precious? Are you okay? Are you okay?" Like, so
The king's internal dialogue about her was so hilarious. I'm like, oh, he's going through puberty.
Like, he
Girls
was
have
so
cooties. Girls
convinced.
don't have cooties.
Wait, what is this feeling?
Right, it's your dick raising. That's the feeling, bro. It's your dick going. Woo. Wait. Woo. That's what it is. Come on now, like. Going ahead, and that's why I felt so weird about their relationship because I didn't know how old she was, and I didn't.
He's 2 days old.
I mean, yes, but like the buffness.
She's the pedophile here.
But it's just like looking at him, like yes, he's 2 days old, but looking at him, he looks like he's like 28 and a bodybuilder.
He acts like a grown man.
Yeah,
acts like a
But
grown
even
man.
she envisions him as a grown man.
Yeah, so it's just like. He has the mentality of a grown man. She doesn't have the mentality of a grown woman, but she is mature as, like, I would say 20. Maybe 18 at the least.
I would say maybe 18 too.
I would hope 18, the way he was feeling. But, of course, he don't know the rules. Technically, he don't know the rules. He was just born 2 days ago, like you said. But
and technically, the rules don't apply to him because he was born 2 days ago. Even if he did know the rules, he'd be like, well, that's not me.
I'm not a human. Those are the humans' rules, not mine.
I haven't been alive this long, so it doesn't refer to me.
Doesn't refer to me.
Yeah.
Him, so, freaking now, what's her face? What's his face? My bad. I'm sorry. Don't want to offend anybody. Pito is now freaking fixing Komugi. And she also, I feel like, is kind of like, okay, I gotta do this for the king. I don't know what purpose she has for the king, but, like, if he wants her, I honestly think that maybe Pito was like, if she's gonna be a sex slave to the king, I gotta fix her.
Like, okay,
that's
that's
like,
the king's plan.
Right, it's just the way she was saying shit, it made it seem like she was just gonna be a toy, like, literally a toy to play the game, and then a toy in another way. Because, I mean, he's just hitting puberty. He needs a toy, I guess. She's like, I'm gonna do it. He's my king.
I feel like she was just like, I mean, the king likes her. I gotta help her, I guess. That's all I got out of it.
Yeah.
I didn't get really much anything deeper. Like, I got out of that Pito himself doesn't care like what happens to Komagi, because we all know Pito's a fucking savage. She probably would have killed her himself, but like the king likes her and she's of service to the king, so
I wish
her service is being used.
I wish Poof understood that.
I don't know what is wrong with Poof.
I don't know.
Well,
maybe they weren't made to
with
trust
Poof.
the king just to serve and to be
The
obsessed.
problem with Poof is that he also just started going through puberty. And his is directed towards the king.
It's Raisin too.
Right?
What do butterflies do? I don't know.
Lay eggs? I don't know.
They do, yeah. I had to think about that real quick. I was like, have I ever seen a little baby caterpillar come out of another one? Or a butterfly come out of another one?
No, you've ever had those little butterfly things that hang up and they're just little eggs and you like give them sugar water and then
those are caterpillars to butterflies, not butterflies to other butterflies or other caterpillars.
But they have to be caterpillars first.
Yeah.
Right.
Aren't we
But
talking
they're
about
not.
butterflies
But they're
are-
already caterpillars at that point.
Oh, when you get those things?
Yeah, they're
Oh,
already
okay.
caterpillars.
Okay, I forgot.
Yeah, they're already wiggling around. Anyway, what comes after that? Oh,
I mean, it's not no after that. All these things are happening at the same time. Because at the same time,
right,
Yuppie
right.
is also fighting Knuckle and...
4 other people.
Yeah,
at the
and
same
Shoot
time. I don't know
and
how he
more.
fought 4. He had 4 different battles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
literally,
he did.
one after the other.
And
all
powered up after all of them.
Yeah. Shoot almost
Every time
died
he's
because
like,
of the first
this
form.
is my final
Yes.
form. And then he's like, oh wait, this is my final
I know.
form.
His
And
eyeballs
Ooh,
come.
anger. This is my final form.
And then the freaking the nasty meat wings and whatnot.
Honestly, Poof was so gross during this part. Like
Poof or Yuppie?
Yuppie was so gross during this part. He's all evolving. Like I was
Yes.
afraid of him. I was like, how y'all gonna beat that?
The fact that Shoot was almost dead off of the first level of Yuppie.
I mean, I'll give him kudos. He was fighting alone. Nobody
Yeah.
else was fighting alone at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I thought was really like okay, like I understand, but was when Knuckle was going back to go find Yuppie because he was like running or whatever. Or, I don't know why Yuppie wasn't there, and he saw that Shoot was still on the ground, and he was like, "Wait a minute!" He was like, Shoot should be dead because Yuppie came back around. I was like, dang, you want him to be dead? You want him to die? He was like, Yuppie came through here. He had to go that way and all that stuff. He was like, he sat here and spared my friend?
I know.
The disrespect! He didn't kill my best friend? How dare you? Like, what? You're mad because he didn't kill Shoot? Don't you want Shoot a lot? Because also, at the same time, Knuckle and Shoot didn't really like each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was only until this moment when he realized that,
Yeah.
dang, I couldn't live without Shoot if he had killed him. I'm glad he did, but I'm upset he didn't.
No, but literally then later on, like, Knuckle does some. I think he takes an APR off of Yuppie and to save Moral, and he's pissed. Even though it worked out in their favor, he's like, he's pissed. You should have let me die. It was like, it worked out for the best. Why are you complaining?
Right.
It worked out anyways.
I was like, Yuppie clearly
Everybody's
will
just
kill
so
you.
ready to die. And
Yes. I'm like, Yuppie's not going to kill you, so it's not like I have to keep APR on it.
Yeah.
Like, Yuppie's a better man.
I appreciated he was better, and I was just about to get there. Like, out of all the royal guards, Yuppie's the most human, I think. Because he's like
Human thinking.
Yes.
Not looking.
Not looking. I don't know what the heck he looks like.
A centaur.
So, like, after a while,
minotaur.
I lost what he was supposed to be.
Yeah.
but like, mentally, he think like the way he thinks is very human-like because he had the empathy, but he didn't always have it. And he's like learning himself and learning like he's losing control, but he's learning how to keep control.
Yeah.
How to use his energy properly.
Yeah.
And then he like is feeling empathy for these people that he doesn't have to kill because he's like,
Yeah.
my only goal here is to protect the king at the end of the
Yes,
day.
I don't
Like,
really
I'm not
need
trying
to kill you. I just need to
Yeah.
like, stop you
Whereas,
from
like,
messing with him.
Poof and Pito would be like, they're killing for fun. Like,
Yeah.
Clearly, the more human they look, the less human they are.
Yeah.
They just think, I guess, like, they just think that every threat to the king, even if it's so minor, needs to die. And Yuppie is like, no, because that's not the goal. Like, my goal is not to kill everybody that's gonna to hurt him. It's just to stop them.
Yeah.
The goal is just to have the king do what he needs to do.
Right.
If I need to kill somebody, if they're really that big of a threat, I'll do it, and Yuppie will do it. But like, the other ones, they're like a fly is flying near the king. Gotta kill him.
But you know what?
Fly.
Poof thinks everything is a threat to the king.
Yeah.
Picho just wants to kill everything, regardless if it's a threat to the king. It's just savage.
Picho just likes to kill.
Yeah.
So, if anything, she holds back. He holds back for the king. Like, he'd be out there having a whole massacre spree.
Yes.
If it weren't for the fact that he got work to do. He got a 9-to-5 job.
And I still love Pito because of that.
But that's why I love Pito.
No. Savage.
It's the best.
Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Oh, what was so, like, crazy to me is that Netero and the king just were like, yo, you want to go out back?
Want to take this outside?
Yeah, you want to take this outside? we take this outside. We can duke it out in the playground, under the slide.
At 5 p.m.
Under the slide. The metal one, not the plastic. Like, and they literally just fly. Like it's nothing.
Together.
Mm-hmm.
They took the same little, what was it, like the little snake thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
They just sat on there and they're like, he's like, I'm gonna fuck you up. No, I'm gonna fuck you up. No, I'm gonna fuck you up. No.
But you know what's crazy though? Like after that, he's like, actually, I wasn't trying to fight. Like even after they just killed his girlfriend, he's like, actually, I wanted to talk.
You know what pissed me off about this part is because, like you said, the king gets there and he's like, I don't want to fight you. I just want to talk.
Mm.
Y'all just allowed Colt to walk off and live his life if he promised not to kill another human, and y'all let him go. Here's a king of a whole colony of these ants who controls them.
Yeah, who can stop them from doing anything and everything.
Y'all about to risk your lives. All this y'all doing, you could have stopped because he's willing to compromise with you, and you're like, no.
I'm dead.
That's what he did.
With the little...
No, literally.
And even after every pound, he's pounding, and every time he's like, "Can we talk now?
Right.
Are you done?"
He's get squat. Are you done? What about now? Is your temper tantrum over? Right. I really want to talk.
So that part was really upsetting to me because I'm like, what? Can y'all just let him talk? Like,
yeah, literally.
It seemed very hypocritical to me on the hunter's part.
It was, and that's probably the only time that I didn't like Netero because nobody else knows that. So, and I feel like if it was anybody else, maybe they would have stopped to listen. But now it's just Netero, and there's nobody to stop him, and so that's really him just doing that because he's like, I hear you, I don't care. As opposed to if there were other people, they could like try to stop him.
Right. And Netero wasn't there for Colt either. It was Moral. Who was like, don't kill another.
That is true. That is true.
But it does.
And his name is Moral.
The hunters aren't technically good guys, though.
What?
They're just.
I mean, yeah,
because people like Illumi and Hisoka can be hunters. They don't care if you're a good or bad person,
Right, so it's like
none of them was paid to deal with them, and so he's going to deal with them. That's how he's like, stop talking. You're making this harder than it needs to be. My job is to kill you.
But it's still like you have bad people in this world. You have Hisoka. You have Illumi. Who's to say that this bad person can't turn good?
Yeah,
and he did.
Yeah, and he did. But yeah, clearly not their priority. Mind you, he's friends with the Zoldyck. The same people were like, okay, we'll kill you, Crollo. But then the second our, people who paid us are dead. We're done here. Bye. Like,
right?
Yeah.
I just thought that was really, it really,
it sucks, but yeah.
It really was
and honestly, to me, this part of the season ruined the season. Like, this part of the storyline. Like, not this scene exactly, but the fact that this happened.
It shows you that people can change.
Well, yeah. And that was the whole point. Like, they talked, like, I think we talked about this in the last episode, where they talk a lot about, humans and, their need to, like, their, what is it? Like, wrathful humans and, like, breeding wrathful ants. But then, like, also how, we talked about this already. Like, they got really deep into the philosophy of it. And I'm like, well, what was the purpose of getting this deep into the philosophy
Only
of it? For you to kill the king anyway and not even let him talk and speak.
Yeah.
For the king dying, and we'll get to the way he died. It's like, I really was hoping to see him assimilate into the real world. Like, that's where it was heading. You're telling me that I watched 61 damn episodes for him to just die?
It was a very, and then it was a very underwhelming end, because by the way he is at the end of this, season, you're not even rooting for him to die anymore because like you see he has feeling he's changing and he's evolving. You're not even like, oh, he needs to die anymore.
Yeah, he's a terrible person.
So it's not like it would have been different if he was like a crazy tyrant this entire season and he's just straight murking people like as if he were Pito and like he needed to die at the end of the season. But it's not even like that. So you stretched it all out. We had to watch him evolve because he did start out as a savage where he was killing his own ants like they were like their lives meant nothing, and then now he's to the point where he recognizes life as life and is willing to discuss about it, and you go and anticlimactically kill him off for what?
And it wasn't even like it was like a switch immediately. He had been feeling this way since he met Komugi and he lost to her a few times because now he sees like, oh well, I'm superior to her, but at the same time I'm not because I can't win this game. So she has importance to this world, and the fact that she says I'm only on this world to play this game, and he's like, you guys aren't just like just running around doing dumb shit, like you all have purposes and stuff like that, and the whole meaning of life and stuff like that.
And he starts that journey like episodes before. Like that's what I'm saying, like we watched a lot of him evolving.
And you see that other people see that he's not as bad as what was told. Like, because everybody else before they come to the NGL, whatever, they think he's this terrible person, and he was. But then at some point they come and Gon sees that he clearly cares about Komugi. Killua sees that. Many people see that, and they're starting to kind of like lighten up on him, and even his own guards are thinking like, "Yo, you're getting soft." But like, it had to be Netero. It had to be Netero to kill him. It had to be I mean, yeah, he's...
And then it was unnecessary because Netero killed himself to kill him, and he didn't even need to be killed. At this point, like, he already has become a peaceful hippie, and you killed him, basically.
There was literally no reason for you to come at this point. Because by the time he came, he was already human, basically. He was already at that stage. And he was already about to stop all of this.
Yeah.
The only reason why it was still going on was because of the fact that everybody literally came and stopped it. Like, he was going to stop all of this. He was understanding the meaning of life, and our good guys came and ruined it.
Yeah.
And
like literally,
if
he was the real protagonist of the show, he would have lived. But he isn't. Gon is.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, you gotta do something with him.
And it's crazy to say that. It's like the people who were trying to help didn't help.
Yeah.
They made it
like,
worse.
literally, they went through all of this basically on their own.
Yeah.
Like, obviously,
they did a lot of work. And it's the irony that we
people
see.
in between.
Yeah.
Like, look at what Nove went through. Like, you know, they
Paul.
went through all of it. Right, Paul. They went through so much for the king to come to his own realization that what he was doing was wrong.
And it was the irony of just us sitting there watching the screen and being like, y'all doing all this, and he's a good guy.
Poor Gon.
Yeah.
I know. Poor
Everybody's
Gon going through all that shit.
Like,
for what?
And
he
because
didn't
he
want to be with his
invites
girlfriend?
some chess player, not even a hunter, someone who lives in the NGO. This would have happened regardless if they gotten involved.
It was crazy. I hate to say that our good guys did that, but that's literally what it is.
Yeah. Well,
And they don't even know it.
I feel like that's
and they thought they were
like,
saving. Thought they were saving Komugi, and she's like, I have not been harmed. I have not been touched this entire time.
Y'all came up in here and almost killed me.
Right.
Yeah.
I got kicked in the face and knocked the fuck out. Y'all. I was put in a box in a warehouse
Literally.
for hours. If anybody, I'm being harmed by y'all.
Yes. No,
Feed
but
me.
literally, I feel like that's like the point of this show, I guess, because even Gon being the protagonist, but he going off psycho crazy, like all these people you wouldn't expect to be good people, and the good
Like,
guys
the
are
season
the
flipped
worst.
everything on its head.
Yeah.
Can we please talk about how Pito died?
Well, yes, we're getting there.
Okay,
Yeah.
cause like I wanted to go on about how the king died, but then I was like, wait, I really want to talk about Pito real quick.
Yeah.
Because hearing the crushing of his skull
Over and over again.
oh,
And going straight face.
just
Literally.
With the hair. That
The
was
hair was
so
killing
funny.
me.
I was like, I cannot take you serious. You
It
here.
was. The hair
And
and the
why?
booty shorts. I'm like, you
How-
outfit
how
gold.
strong he
How
was.
did the shirt stretch grow with him?
But the
the
shorts.
That was him.
Like, really, if Gold were a 20-year-old man, he's still gonna be walking about in these booty shorts.
Yes, wouldn't have gotten any. They're like, hey, we got this extra large. No, extra small for me. He wouldn't have cared. He likes it tight on. Grips him. It's like a hug. It's like a nice warm
But
hug.
yeah, this part was crazy because Poof being being a hater ass bitch, calls Pito, lies to Pito, says he got Komugi. Because the only reason why Pito's going along with Gon and being peaceful and not a savage to begin with is because he's trying to make sure Komugi is okay. Pito gonna call and lie, do a fake voice and everything, talking about he got Komugi so that they could fight. And I think
Even though Pito knows that like Poof don't like Komugi.
I don't think Pito knows that.
I thought that everybody did, honestly.
No,
Pito is
'cause
over
Pito-
here being a snake and manipulating everybody to get his
He's
way.
I guess so,
himself.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think he kind of to Yuppie, but Pito's been outside this entire time, just chilling.
Yeah. Remember, she was just sitting on the castle. She
I
was
thought
in there with
Yuppie had talked to Pito at some point about the fact of how Poof was acting towards Komugi, and then he realized that like they don't. I don't know.
No.
Maybe that's just me wanting to think Pito
I
believes
think so.
that, because I wanted because I did like Poof, I liked Pito, and I don't think that they liked each other, and so therefore I was like, I just want you to know that like he don't fuck with Komugi, so you need to hate him more like I do.
Right. Right? Because she would have been on it to make sure that Komugi stayed alive while
Yes.
he was doing all that.
Yes, and that's
bullshit.
why I was like, Pito! He's crazy!
No, but he was too busy being a snake lying to everybody. I don't even. Oh, I think the only person who did know was Yuppie.
Yeah, that's why I said I thought
Yeah.
that Yuppie saw Poof acting like that to Komugi, and then Yuppie somehow started talking to Pito about it, and then Pito found out
But they
about
didn't.
that.
They never saw Pito again because then Yuppie died before, like, they never saw Pito again. Because
Yeah,
then
once
Gon
everything
kills-
started
yeah.
happening, Yuppie and Pito never interacted.
And if it wasn't for Poof's ass, Pito would have still been alive. Well,
Yeah.
Gon
I was gonna
playing.
say I forgot about the fact that Gon was
Gon was not
vengeance.
playing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never mind. Because Pito was the only one that wasn't poisoned out of the Royal Guard,
Yeah.
so they were gonna die regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if it wasn't for the fact that Pito did that to Kite, Pito actually would have survived. They wouldn't have come after him. So bone crushing, literally.
I know. I felt bad for Pito, honestly.
Yeah.
I did.
It was pretty ruthless.
The way they drew it and how you saw, it was
intense.
savage.
It was really savage.
But if I was gonna have Pito go out in any way, that is
It
the
should
way.
be savage.
It should be savage because
he
Pito is
herself
savage.
savage, but
You said he
He
herself.
herself, I did, I realized that.
I thought I heard that and I just ignored it.
I did too. I was like, I'm just gonna keep going.
Why did you just ignore it?
I couldn't not point it out. It was funny.
I'm struggling over here.
Oh my god!
But,
hey, me too. The only one not struggling is this one.
But yeah, I definitely did feel bad for Pito in the end because he was putting aside his own like sacrificing himself so that for the king, like you know what I
Well,
mean, like
Until he found out that he didn't have to. And then he was back to being the savage self, thinking he could take Gon and be like, let's go. And then he got messed up. I feel bad for Gon, though. You know?
I do feel bad for Gon.
Poor thing, traumatized.
Like if Pito was gonna die, let Pito die on his own
Right.
terms. Don't lie.
Thinking that, letting him think that he at least completed his mission.
Right.
Right.
Complete shit. Because the king still ended up dying.
They all
You know,
Yeah.
They don't even know. They don't even know. They don't even know. They have no idea that he survived.
Yeah.
Or that he didn't survive.
Yeah.
Okay, now we can talk about how he died in that entire scene. And I just
Frickin'
watched
bomb.
it. What?
The freaking bombs.
The bomb, but then the poison.
Yeah.
That was where I was going for. The poison.
I had to start at the bomb because it made no sense that there's poison in the bomb.
Was it
Why?
poison,
Unless
or
it's
was
a
it just
chemical
more like
bomb.
radiation?
Yes. Who said it was Who said it was
Well, why does it
Okay.
only? I'm like confused by the people who it affects.
Anyone.
anybody in the vicinity? But because they were so far away that it only affected the three that were there.
Oh right, I forgot that Yuppie and Poof actually went to.
Yeah.
Okay.
And even if they
But
didn't,
why did Komagi die then? She wasn't there.
Because she was with.
Let me
the-
tell you, I was
Okay,
getting
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Right.
I literally just said I watched the episode today. What happened? He said he was like, and I thought that he honestly at this point I thought he was actually just saying this shit just to say it. But he was like, I'm poisoned. I knew that part. He was like, and it's contagious. I thought that part was a lie. Because I was like, what? How? I mean, but it is. I guess it is a poison. But I'm thinking of like ingested poison, where like it's in my body. It's not coming emitted out of my body. So that part didn't make any sense to me. So he said,
so is Wolfen gonna die also?
I know.
Like
they
everybody who
were
he
face to face.
contacted is gonna die
after that point, yeah, sure.
because Poof comes in contact with Killua and Palm when he's trying to get Komagi.
That's why I'm saying it didn't make like it seemed like a lie at first.
Maybe like because they were like
it did
really
s-
close and spending a long time together.
They
Maybe just
they
didn't
did
take
because
a-
Killua and Poof were in the same area, but I don't think they were close enough that I guess it would have affected them. Like I said, this seemed like a lie at first. That he said it's contagious. A poison is contagious. A poison is something injected in your body. Radiation
That's
is
what I'm
something
saying.
that
Did
emits.
they say poison or did they say
They
radiation?
said poison.
Oh, okay.
He said poison. I have been poisoned by the bomb. Is what he said.
How does he know?
But I think Netro like
Because Yuppie
explained
just
that.
died.
I think
No,
Netro
he didn't. He
explained
didn't
it.
explain it. Because they were all confused, like why they were just dying, like why they.
Oh,
just
wow,
sick.
yeah, because their nose
Yeah.
are bleeding.
And I guess he's like saw what happened to the other. He must have. I don't remember
It
how.
also makes no sense that Yuppie and Poof died before him.
Yeah, but they don't see Yuppie die. They just hear how he dies. I don't remember how Poof dies.
I don't remember
And he
either.
maybe he saw how Poof died, and he's like, "Dang, I'm next."
I don't know, but he said poison, and he was like, it's contagious, and just by you being around me, you know, basically it's your fate to die. Like I thought that was all a lie. I don't know why, because it just didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
At all. And so I was like, oh, she about to die? For real? For real?
Yeah, I was like, wait. So then
It was just so slow. And
now it makes everything that just happened make no sense.
yes.
They went through so much to heal her ass.
Yeah.
This whole fight to kill her, keep her alive, whatever, and they just.
She ends up dying.
It's
No,
like it made a. I mean,
it was
like, I
very
liked the
slow.
season, but it's
I
just
hated
like,
how slow it was.
the way it ended. It was like, well, what was the point of all this that I just watched?
Yeah. Yeah. It was very slow. The way he died was very slow. This whole point of it was very stupid, honestly. In the end, he didn't get his nut out on her.
They got to die together.
They got to got
Peacefully
yes.
in love.
Okay, that shit was so funny how slow it was because they were playing the Goongi game. They were actually playing it as he's dying. Don't know how. He's like, Komugi, are you there? Yeah, I'm there. I'm here. It's your turn. Okay. Goongi? Yes, my lord. Well, are you still there? Yes, she just said she's still there. And it was a lot of that back and forth for like a good minute or two. And then he goes, I'm gonna go to sleep now, Komugi. She goes, okay, I'll continue the game. I was like, bitch, he's about to die. All you give a fuck about is a game. And he was like, I'm gonna sleep. Hey, Komugi, can I ask you something? Yes, Lord Merima. Because she found out his name finally. Can you hold my hand? Yes. Holds hand. And it's like those slow-mo where it's like showing her face and then his face and they're all like coming close to each other and shit and whatnot. And then he goes, can I ask one last thing of you? And she goes, yes, Lord Merima. Say, Merima. Merima. I'm laughing so hard I can't get it out. Can you say my name one last time? Miriam.
Like she just said you didn't remember to ask her. She just said your name.
I like bet that they had was that they were gonna play one last game, or they were gonna play a game, and if she won, she would be able to say his name without like the contingencies, like the Lord, the Mister, all that stuff. If he won, I can't remember what it was. I don't remember what it was. But like, I just know that he was like, you can play this game, and then you don't have to say Lord anymore, all that stuff. And she was like, does that mean I'm gonna die if I don't say it? Like, are you gonna kill me if I actually don't say Lord, or if I do say Lord because you told me not to say it anymore? He was like, no, like you're fine. I mean, you're gonna die anyway because you're next to me right now. So like, yeah, and then she goes, it's okay. He's like, oh, I'm going to sleep. And she's like, it's okay. We'll be together soon.
The end. To this whole long dramatic shit.
And I'm so glad that wasn't the last part of the season.
Yeah,
I'm so glad because I was so in shock that I forgot that there was like a whole other episode after this. I was like, please don't tell me this show ends just like this. Because honestly, I hate it. I was rooting for them until this moment.
Yeah.
It ruined it.
I mean, I guess I'll give them props. Like, clearly from the very beginning, nothing went to plan. Nothing was how they thought it would be.
The Queen didn't think she was going to die. She didn't think the ants were going to rebel. She didn't think that her son would hate her. The king didn't think that he was going to die. He thought he was invisiable.
He didn't think he would fall in love with a human.
He was invincible, except the fucking radiated poison. What is this, Chernobyl? Because that made sense. Chernobyl, but Chernobyl was a power plant.
Yeah.
As opposed to some
like
random airborne poison.
It was such an easy way out.
It was.
Like, why did you overpower? Obviously, they had no other way to kill the king because he was so overpowered. But you didn't have to kill the king because the king chose peace. But you decided to kill him anyway with this poison. Like, it's so roundabout.
He tried to make peace, and you ruined it. Yep.
So let's use a poison that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
To kill him and the girlfriend.
And the bomb that was in somebody's heart for God knows how many years.
Yep. This whole random storyline.
Yep. I'm like I said, I'm so glad it didn't end like that. I'm glad that it ended the way that it did. Where, I mean, it is sad. Gon is on a ventilator, and Killua is about to go and somehow save him, which upsets me because it's like Killua only is saving Gon when he's literally about to die. It's like, why don't you step in?
Mm-hmm.
Gon is on a ventilator. Like, he went too powerful.
Yeah, but what else is Killua supposed to do?
He was there. I don't know. It's
but
just like
Killua got there too late. By the time Killua pulled up on the scene, he was already a grown man, and Killua was like... But
there's also things that have happened in the past where Gon has been seriously injured, and Killua just kind of let it happen and didn't...
It's like a broken arm. He has not been seriously injured more than what he was now.
But he knows how stupid Gon is, and he knows like why you don't have to go that far to do what you're doing. You're not stopping it. You're not like slowing it down. Like, you're literally just be like, all right, hurt. Like, yes, his arm break, his hands break, his arm broke, whatever. But it's just like, Gon is so stupid that he needs a conscience. He doesn't have one, and you are it, and you didn't do your job.
He tells him Gon is stubborn and doesn't listen to anyone. Like, that's been established already. Because Killua does say his
you got that hand. You gotta use that shit.
He already used it the one time.
You got...
Gon was out for 3 days.
Exactly. That's karate chop.
But he would have done that again, but he arrived too late. By the time he got there, Gon had already done the stupid thing. He couldn't give him no conscience on it.
Killua still got this internal my friend, and I'm just like, Killua.
I know.
Killua. It's just too much. Yeah, it's too much for me. Cause I'm just like, Killua, just...
And I hate how it ended for Gon, too.
Literally.
Like, really?
Like...
He doesn't have Ned now?
What a bad ending.
Like, what? Seriously?
It's a terrible ending.
Everything about it has been nothing good.
No.
This came out of this ending.
The people, the writers of this show literally took this and were like, you know what? You always get happy endings.
Not this time.
Not this time.
It's just like Attack on Titan all over again.
Yeah. Not as
That's probably will have a good ending.
Attack on Titan first. But, Killua had an okay ending because, like, out of all of this, the only person who actually, like...
Killua came out unscathed.
Yeah, he came out unscathed, and he came out without being controlled by his brother. Mm-hmm. He has feelings and knows how to make friends.
Right?
He's the only person who had any growth here.
I honestly think that's what the entire show of Hunter x Hunter.
This show,
it's about Killua.
It's about Gon, and then it transforms about Killua.
We've been wrong this whole time. Killua is the main character, and this whole story is about how Killua gains a soul, basically.
I mean, it would make a little bit.
His heart grew 3 times.
It would make a little bit of sense because they didn't do as much for Leorio. They didn't do shit for Leorio. No. And nothing. So it would make a little bit of sense.
I don't even know if he's learned then.
He has, they say.
He has, but not as much as Gon, Killua, and
But he's trying to be a doctor. He's not really trying to be a hunter. He just wants money.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that he's not involved in all this.
That's what a lot of people that go to the army do.
He said, will I get paid? No, I don't care.
Right?
I'm going back to school, thank you.
Money can buy me anything and everything.
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah.
But it ends cute. I will say, out of all the things, we find out that Kite is in the embodiment of a little girl.
Which I don't get.
I don't get either.
But...
Because it's not like Kite was eaten.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
And Kite's not related to these ants, so why would Kite decide to be reborn into an ant?
But I'm saying, like, Pito did something to, I don't know how. That's what I'm saying, like, he didn't get eaten. So, like, how did Kite, he didn't choose to be reborn. But it would make sense if Kite was eaten and then reborn. Mm-hmm. But he was literally still there. Yeah. So that part, yes, that doesn't make any sense how Kite ended up being reborn when Kite is still technically there. Like, did you take his soul out and put it in the ant queen? How did you do that? Hey, but Kite's cute. Little baby Kite's cute. You can't say that I'm lying.
No, yeah. No, yeah. It's just like, okay. That's what I'm saying. After all 69 episodes of this season, you get to the end and you're just like, okay.
It's just, you sit back and realize, you sit back and realize none of this made sense.
Like, what did I
enjoyed myself, but none of it made sense.
I had a good time. I don't know what I got out of it, but I had a good time.
Trauma. That's what I got out of it.
Yeah.
Attack on Titan.
This season was like when you take a nice long drive and you're not going anywhere. Mm-hmm. You're just driving for the fun of driving. Mm-hmm.
I was gonna compare it to watching Riverdale.
No.
Just besides being bad.
That's not enjoyable.
But like a drama. And you're
like, Riverdale was good the first season.
For like the first season. It's like, I don't know what I got out of it.
Yeah, that's why she said.
Yeah.
And the whole concept of Riverdale anyway, but we're not that. We're not that kind of episode or season or show, whatever. So, guess it's next week. I guess guess next week we'll see you guys again.
Yeah. See how the show wraps up. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Well, that's a wrap on this week's episode. We hope you enjoyed our discussion on Hunter x Hunter Season 5, Part 2, and we hope you come back next Wednesday. Next episode is going to be a bonus where we play anime drinking games.
Don't forget to connect with us at our email at bakanasu@gmail.com. You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, our YouTube channel, and of course this podcast at Whole Lotta Vodka. Info in the show notes below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Bye!